Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the XFL.
We welcome you to Week 4 here in the XFL. We get this party started here in downtown Orlando inside Camping World Stadium. Houston Roughnecks come to town with a perfect 3-0 record, one of 2 undefeated teams here in the XFL, taking on the Orlando Guardians, looking for their first win. Head coach Terrell Buckley firing up his guys. I wish we could find out what he's saying. Oh, wait, this is the XFL. Of course we can figure out what he's saying. Take a listen to XFL All Access.
Got to get some better music out here, man. God almighty. Jeez. I'm about to bring my phone out here. Hey, Six. Yes, sir. It's time, baby, right? Yes, sir. Take over. Get rid of it. Great feet.
Oh, man, it's time to come to somebody else's house, lock the gate, and handle what we do, bro. Do what we do, bro.
Make that play, go to the next play. If we don't make a play, go to the next play, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go out there and win another one, all right? Let's go. Let's go win another one. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome inside the booth alongside my partner. He's Tom Luganville. I'm John Schriffen. Harry Douglas, Stormy Bonantoni will join us momentarily. What do you got on your phone? Any good music?
Not as good as he's wanting. I can tell you that right now. Maybe not the same genre.
This is going to be a fun one. We got a rematch of Week 1. That's what Houston kind of took it to Orlando. But if you're a bettor and you think this is easy money at -9 for Houston, you might want to think again because Orlando has made a ton of changes on both offense and defense. We will get into that because it's going to be a game. The big story, though, for everyone in the XFL, this Houston offense, how do you slow them down?
That's a great question. Nobody has been able to do it for 3 weeks straight. And why? Because they're the fastest offense in the league. They've been the most efficient, and they've created the most explosive plays. You take a look at that stat line there at the bottom of your screen. This is a team that pushes the ball downfield. Their guys get open and they make the play. Their guys are contested and they make the play. And what makes them so difficult to defend is it's impossible to rush the quarterback because they get the ball out of their hands so quickly, John.
All right, let's welcome in Stormy Bonantoni with Houston quarterback Brandon Silvers.
Thanks, John. This offense has gotten off to such a hot start these first few weeks, including that big Week 1 performance against Orlando. How do you replicate that success tonight?
Yeah, it's the first game we get the ball first, so we're about to get the kickoff, and like I always say, going to take what the defense gives me.
Listen, this team is so different from what you saw Week 1 because you didn't even have any tape. This time around, as you've analyzed what they've done the last few weeks, what's different? Yeah,
they're a little bit different, but they're still going to play the same thing that they did Week 1, and, you know, we're a different team. That was the first time we played together, so we've also got better. We just got to put it together tonight.
Thanks, Brandon. Have fun.
Thank you.
Harry Douglas, this Houston offense has certainly been clicking, but I know Orlando has had a few things that has held them back.
Yeah, it's really what players and coaches have been echoing, these self-inflicted wounds from turnovers to penalties to the inability to protect the quarterback when he's in the pocket. But I will tell you this, talking to head coach Terrell Buckley, he said this. He's excited about his revamped offensive line and what those guys are going to be able to do. He also challenged his offensive coaches to get the ball to his playmakers early and often. Tom, what are your thoughts on this Orlando offense?
Well, the bottom line, I think, Harry, we overcomplicate football sometimes, right? It's about blocking, it's about tackling, but most importantly, what's the most important thing in football? The ball. Do I have it or do you have it? And coming into this game, Orlando is -5 in turnover margin. They correct that tonight, then we're going to have a heck of a football game.
I think we're going to get a good one.
Yeah.
We're not going to see a rematch of Week 1. It's going to be something completely different. The fans here inside of Camping World Stadium, they are hyped because we got new rules in the XFL. We're all about player safety, but we also want to see more action. So on the kickoffs, the kicker needs to kick the ball inside the 20-yard line, but keep it out of the end zone. If they do that, then the kick returner can return it. Well, if you kick it short of the 20, that means it's going to be a major infraction. Ball's going to come out to be +45. If you kick it in the end zone for a touchback, that's a minor infraction. The ball comes out to the 35-yard line. Houston Roughnecks, undefeated at 3-0. We'll start with the ball first. Jose Borregales will kick things off. Both teams line up 5 yards apart. Once the returner touches the ball, then both teams can go. Dejon Lee is the deep man for Houston as we get set to get Week 4 kicked off here in the XFL. Borregales boots things away. It is inside the 20. It is returnable. So here goes Lee. Both teams are off. Lee trying to find a seam over the left side, still on his feet. trying to make his way just short of midfield. A good return brought down by Scales. A return of 40 as this red-hot Houston offense comes out, led by Brandon Silvers.
Well, and you heard him say it best. Let's just take what the offense gives us.
Run it, may check, like it. Let's go, let's go.
Hey, 3 on right, flop. Red, that's 3 on 1, right? Yeah.
Silvers is the 28-year-old quarterback out of Troy. Working out of the shotgun to start. Swing pass to his running back. That is Bryson a lead. Gain of 4.
Patriot. Patriot. Hey, trips left up, blue, black, on, ready?
He's got such a calm, soothing voice.
He does. Yeah. Very confident, knows what he wants, knows what he's seeing, is able to communicate it to the rest of the football team.
Silvers looking left. He will complete it. That's to Cedric Bird. Bird is brought down after he gets a first down. Move the chains. There's offensive coordinator A.J. Smith.
Trips right up, red juke. Trips right up, red juke.
Trips right up, red juke. Hey, trips right up, red juke on, ready?
Still in Patriot. Here we go.
No, earlier I talked about how difficult it is to put pressure on the quarterback because he gets the ball out so quickly. You see how quick that ball comes out of Brandon Silver's hand.
Zone to the field.
First and 10 from the 41. Strong throw across the field. That's Deontay Burnett with his first catch of the game.
Trips left up. Trips left up. Larry Quick 1. Trips left up. Larry Quick 1.
Something Brandon Silvers does so well. He distributes the ball, gets all of his receivers involved early.
Up, Larry, quick 1 on 1, ready?
Well, he does, and here, look at
19 seconds. Let's see it. Let's see it.
A.J. Smith talking him through the play.
Run it.
Go.
Sees the coverage he likes.
Second down. There's the quick throw. High throw over the hands of John Trey Kirkland.
Give me, go turbo.
Turbo.
Blue, Y streak. Let's read it. Blue, Y streak. Spread right.
Here we go.
Blue, Y streak.
Blue,
Y streak.
On 1, ready?
First third down of the opening drive of the ball game. It'll be 3rd and 6 coming up for Houston.
Give me Y option.
Go.
Going to be an option route into the slot to either side here.
Silvers
right there.
finds right on money into the slot. That's Cedric Bird with his second catch. And up for a first down.
Hawaii. Trips left up. Red divide F option. Trips left up.
There you go. I got you.
Divide F option.
Trips left up. Red divide option on 1, ready?
A divide is going to be the motion.
Red divide option.
You're going to see motion with the formation. F is going to be the target here running an option route, which you just saw them complete on the previous play. Option is the option to turn inside, turn outside, or settle in the hole.
Empty backfield on 1st and 10. We do have a penalty flag as Bird hauls that one in. Let's see what the call is.
Flag.
DOF 36.
Lined up, thank you, 36. Offside, defense, number 36, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's Jacoby Jones. Let's bring in Harry. Talk about these wide receivers. They are fast for Houston.
Yeah, and every time you hear an option route, whether it's the wide receiver or the F receiver, quarterback Brandon Silvers is picking the matchup, right?
Yep.
If he sees the DB about 5 to 7 yards off, he's going to that guy every time.
Let's see what he does here. Tries to set up the screen. This is to Aline. Makes the first guy miss. And he'll be brought down at the 21, a gain of 3.
Trips right. Left, Brown, blast pump. Trips left, Brown, blast pump.
Hey, here we go. Trips left, Brown, blast pump on 1, ready?
Now, notice that we've seen Bryson Aline, the tailback there. You saw him on the screen. There's no Max Borghi tonight. They're starting running backs inactive, nursing an injury. Want to keep him healthy for the rest of the season, so a little thin at running back tonight.
2nd and 2, empty backfield. The pump fake, throw over the middle, on the money, complete. Touchdown, Travell Harris, a 21-yard touchdown strike from Brandon Silvers.
Trips left, Brown.
Once again, Brandon Silver's doing a nice job with the little shoulder nod on the pump. Second window on the slant route. And it's really more of a skinny post. Really good anticipation. Here's Cole McDonald, the backup quarterback. Comes in as part of the run game.
We don't get extra points here in the XFL. You got to go for 1, 2, or 3. They're going for 2. McDonald, his throw, completes it to Kirkland. But he does not get in. 2-point conversion is no good. 7 plays, 52 yards, all passes. An opening drive touchdown from the Houston Roughnecks.
Again, tremendous efficiency, accuracy, and timing. The ball gets out at Houston, and it gets out with explosive plays. Let's see if Orlando can answer in front of their home crowd here in the first quarter.
That's it?
Game tickets now at xfl.com/tickets.
Sure, it's a little tight. Makes me feel husky. Husky like UConn. UConn Huskies with a buzzer beater to win it all.
The right call to protect your home and car. We are here in Camping World Stadium. It was built back in 1930. It was originally Orlando Stadium, renovated back in 2014. Hosted so many incredible events over the years. The 1994 World Cup. Yeah, my favorite, WrestleMania 33 in 2017. These fans are awesome here in the XFL. Let's bring in Stormy Bonantoni, our resident betting expert. All right, so the line closed at -9 for Houston, over under at 38. Talk me through that.
Yeah, well, I mean, this Houston team has gotten off to such a hot start, like we referenced earlier, and obviously on the board for their opening drive. A bet that I thought was actually pretty interesting coming into this game was the first half total was set at 18.5, and first half overs have come through with Houston every single game to this point. They're 3-0, averaging 27 combined first half points per game. The game totals, however, for Houston are actually 2-1 to the under, with defenses on both sides kind of making adjustments and stiffening up. It'll be interesting to see if they can stay on that trajectory here in this half, because Orlando has actually gotten points on their opening drive each game of this season, guys.
Yeah, Orlando and Houston, the only 2 XFL teams who have scored on their opening drives of every game. Paxton Lynch leading the Guardians out for their opening drive here. Here's Lynch looking to throw. He has a man over the middle. That's Cody Latimer. A gain of 21 to his dependable tight end.
Well, you take a look at some of these numbers right here for the Guardians, and it's been remarkable.
Hey,
but it's been
I right, slant right. On one, ready?
It's been after the opening series that they've just hit a snag, and they've turned the ball over and haven't been able to sustain drives.
180! What's that?
Jermaine Martin, the running back, gets his first touch. And he moves the pile. A good gain on first down, picks up 6 yards.
11 Bulldog, B50, flip it, B50, no, flip it.
50? 50? Here we go, flip it. Twins left slice, X slant, H bubble, on one, ready? Twins left. Slice.
So they're gonna flip it, bring it the formation over to the wide side of the field here.
Sit on.
They've tagged the 2 receivers.
180! Wait, set.
Screen pass, they're setting up to Dedrick Thomas. That is a live ball. William Likely will run that in for the touchdown.
William Field's backward pass.
Ruling on the field is a backward pass.
It's a backward pass, recovered by the defense, and advanced for a touchdown.
Recovery is clean, clearly backward, live ball. He's in the end zone. Again, the cart's the best shot.
For 2?
Try for 2. Released at the 36, touched at the 35.5, backward pass. Score is clear, score is clear.
So it is confirmed, a touchdown scored by William Likely on defense. And Houston's going to go for 2 points from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, clearly a lateral there and a backwards throw on the swing pass. Terrell Buckley doesn't like it.
Yes, that it was a forward pass.
He wants to challenge that.
Okay, Coach, the ruling on the field was a backward passing. You would like to challenge that it was forward?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's one of the other unique rules here in the XFL. Each team gets one challenge.
Orlando is challenging the ruling on the field of a backward pass.
Reggie, I'm with you. He's challenging it.
Sir Dean.
Yeah, I'm with you. We're on the cart. It's clear. The ball was released at the 36.
That's right. That's
it was touched. It was touched at the 35.5. It's clearly backward. Point of release to where it was first touched. And we've got Houston recovering it. No issues. So the ruling on the field is confirmed. Orlando loses the challenge and the timeout.
Thank you.
And this is a fairly easy one for Dean and the crew back in the command center.
The ruling on the field is confirmed as a backward pass. Orlando loses their challenge and has been charged with their first timeout.
And this is where the assistant coaches, particularly upstairs in the booth, got to communicate to their head coach, hey coach, don't use the challenge here. It's too close. The call was correct, and that should not have been a challenge for Orlando's coaching staff.
Dejan Lee in the backfield with Brandon Silvers. Silvers scanning, throws back of the end zone. He's got Kirkland. 2-point conversion is good. So Houston, with an early 14-0 lead off the fumble, recovered for the scoop and score.
All right, take a look. Here's this where, now look where the ball ends up going. Over in here and where it catches, and as Dean mentioned, right there at about the 35.5-yard line. That's a clear backwards pass. It's a good call by the officials on the field and from Dean Blandino.
Y'all killing us, man. Y'all freaking killing us. Freaking killing us.
So Houston, one of the hottest teams in the XFL with a good start, 14-0. Justin Rogers trying to get something started for the Guardians. He'll be stopped shy of the 30.
Let's go, Dean.
A gain of 21 on the return. So Paxton Lynch and the offense will come back out.
Well, we've referenced they're now -6 turnover market. Turnover on the first series offensively.
Here we go. Huddle back here,
And I think this team's got to line up and run the football. That is one of the strengths of this offense.
Lead draw right, double right motion, lead draw right on one right. I'm in the gun. Here we go. Tonight.
Logan Carter, the tight end, in motion. Handoff goes to Martin, and Houston was ready.
This is the approach.
11.
B49.
This is the approach right now for
Here we
Orlando.
go, tank right, gone right, 7H Dragster on one ready.
You saw the draw, you saw the swing pass attempt. They're trying to neutralize that speed off the edge from the defensive front of Houston, who leads the league in sacks and tackles for loss.
180.
Second and 9. Lynch, good protection, decides to step up himself. Oh, you hear that hitting, and here comes the penalty flag.
77 on a hold. I've got 77 on a hold. What do you got?
I got 17 with a late hit defense. Yeah.
All right, so live ball holding by number 77, dead ball UNR by
17.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 17.
Who was the right tackle? 72. That's you with the hold. There are fouls by both teams. Holding. Offense, number 77. After the play, personal foul. Defense, number 17. Those fouls offset. Repeat second down.
So the Orlando hold is on the left guard, Abdul Beecham. And after the play, Houston Roughnecks, DeAndre Johnson.
Empty right, gone right.
See Paxton Lynch give himself up, and you make contact to a quarterback that gives himself up. He's now a defensive player.
180.
So we do it again on 2nd and 9. Lynch throw is complete, but we have another penalty flag. That's Cody Latimer with the catch. Let's see what the call is.
72, illegal formation 72.
Illegal formation, offense, not enough men on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And guys, this is what, you know, head coach Terrell Buckley was talking about, the self-inflicted wounds. You had a turnover, a bad throw by the quarterback, Paxton Lynch.
Yep.
You had 2 penalties back-to-back. These are the type of things that have been holding this offense up within the first 3 games and now in the 4th game so far.
Harry, how do you correct this on the fly here now, week 4?
Freaking believe it.
I think it's internal. Guys just got to understand, you want to do the right things. You want to play hard, but you can't make the mistakes.
They go on the ground to Martin. No room on that left side.
Well, the right side, that was 72 TJ Stormont, who just came in this past Monday in a trade with DC. So he's brand new to the offense. Now, I happen to think that call was a bit ticky-tack. I understand they're saying he's off the ball, but his left leg was in line with the right leg of the offensive guard.
He can't slam a guy.
So now things are starting to get chippy out here. Frustration starting to build for Orlando. Another penalty flag.
And again, on Abdul Beecham.
Off the pile, but I think that's a retaliatory act.
No. 77 also slammed a guy here at the end of the play.
Okay.
So we're going to go 77
we have
and
two fouls, but we have 2 fouls on the offense here.
Right.
So
So they combine. We can only do 1.
Right.
No, only 1 they combine.
Right.
What was your number?
59.
59 and 77. After the play, there were 2 fouls by the offense. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 77 is declined. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness.
Huddle.
Offense, number 59 will be enforced half the distance to the goal. 2nd down. Correction, 3rd down.
3rd down.
So the first one that was declined was on Abdul Beecham again. Then they did get the penalty on the center, Xavion Furcron. That is penalties on 3 straight plays for Orlando.
Drag, H screen right, on 1, ready?
Poise and composure. I mean, that's what it's all about, and this team has not been able to show any consistency in terms of performance of poise and composure.
An 11-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and a mile for Paxton Lynch. Has got a defender at his feet trying to set up the screen to Darrington. Devin Darrington did not have any room to run, picks up 5, and Houston defense will force a punt. So Matt Brown is on to punt things away for the Guardians. William Likely, who had that scoop and score for Houston, is on to return the punt. Fielded at the 40. Likely trying to get to that left side, can't get there, and we do have another penalty flag.
It's going to be a legal block in the back here.
Over IBW. Other receiving. All right, your flag's in a good spot. 25 IBW. During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 25. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
All right, let's send it down to Harry.
I'm here with head coach Terrell Buckley. Coach, your offense got a slow start. What's your message moving forward for these guys?
Just keep grinding, It ain't over. It's still first quarter. We got to make our plays. We got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
Thanks, Coach.
He's right. He's very fortunate to get that penalty right there to negate what would have been fantastic field position to start this drive for Houston. Give this defense a little bit of a breather. The defense has got to come up with a play. They've got to start creating some turnovers.
Yeah, we got another flag.
And snap imminent.
Gotcha.
Imminent.
12 men on defense. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Tom, any guess why we're seeing so many penalties against Orlando?
Well, and they're penalties that are foolish penalties. Personal fouls, unnecessary roughness.
Triple match.
Infractions of substitution. And that's off of a change of possession. That's inexcusable.
So 1st and 5 to start the drive for the Roughnecks. Pocket closes, and Silvers is sacked. Tigre Scales.
See Orlando right here. They're just sitting and working in zone coverage, and you see Brandon Silvers, a quarterback. When he pumps once and he doesn't get that ball out on time, that opens the front door for Orlando's pass rush. Tony Carter, the defensive coordinator, referenced that in their first game, the 2 interceptions Silvers threw were versus change and zone defense.
Silvers on the crossing route, completes that one to Terrell Harris. Harris will pick up 4, brings up 3rd down.
Right, purple. Spread right, purple. Let's go, purple.
Spread right, purple. Spread right, purple.
Blizzard one hole. Blizzard one hole. Blizzard one hole.
You hear that term purple, it's going to be a freeze count.
Crowd here at Camping World Stadium trying to get behind their Orlando Guardians. On 3rd and 8, they're calling for the stop.
Switch.
Silvers completes, and they got the favorable spot. Deontay Burnett just does have enough for the first down.
Here we go.
Shaquille Wiggins was right there on the tackle.
Road runner, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Line up, get lined up.
Tony Carter, the defensive coordinator, he's not aware they've got the first down here.
Patriot trips left up. Larry Quick 1. Trips left up. Larry Quick 1.
Triple match check.
Trip left up. Larry Quick 1.
Hey, alert the shots.
11 seconds. 11 seconds.
Here we go.
Play it. Match.
Double team middle guy right there.
Oh, one hole.
Empty backfield. There's the screen. They set it up for Kirkland. And Kirkland will pick up 7 on first down.
Go turbo. Red F block Mike Leach. Red F block Mike Leach.
Triple match check.
This should work. Here we go.
Shaq, get in.
F block Mike Leach. On one, ready?
They call it, let him go first. Read it, John Trey.
Go.
2nd and 3 for Houston. Silvers, they're going to look for a double pass. Downfield, wide open. Deontay Burnett, touchdown Houston. A 49-yard touchdown strike. A.J. Smith, offensive coordinator, he is hyped right now.
Yes, high sideline.
They're going for 1, 2, or 3.
Going for 2 here, and we're going to get back to what is a unique rule in the XFL, the double forward pass. We just saw Houston execute it perfectly. See the rule right there. 2 forward passes allowed per play if the ball does not cross the line of scrimmage. We'll show you how they did that, how they executed that to ensure that it didn't.
So they're going to go for 2 from the 5. 4 wide receivers set. They throw incomplete, looking for Burnett. Good coverage there. 2-point conversion, no good. What a start for Houston, up 20-0 here in this first quarter.
Fantastic start, and outstanding, once again, execution and utilizing the unique rules in the XFL as Houston up now 20-0. Terrell Buckley, not a happy man on the Orlando sideline. The Guardians got to find some answers.
Houston Roughnecks showing you why they are one of the best teams in the XFL. 20-0 start. That is the most points by any team in a quarter so far this XFL season. Tom, show us how they did that double pass.
Really good looking play right here. So they're going to block everything up here. They're going to release it back and block everything up there. And then here's Kirkland. All right, he's going to come and he's going to run an under route, but he's going to work his way back here so he's behind the line of scrimmage. Target's going to be here. He's going to stutter and he's going to go. And this is executed perfectly with the double pass rule here in the XFL. See Kirkland work his way back behind the line of scrimmage, and off we go. Really well executed. We talked about explosive plays for Houston, leading the league in plays of 20-plus and 40-plus yards. That's another.
Justin Rogers on the return, doesn't even make it back to the 20. Let's send it down to Stormy with the receiver with the hot arm.
John Trey, we had the little creativity there with the double pass, and who better than the high school quarterback? But everybody over here is talking about the ball fluttering. You're going to put up with this?
Hey, it was a wobbler. I can say that. It was a wobbler, but they're not going to say it was a wobbler in the newspaper. It was a touchdown pass.
How much fun is it that you have an offensive coordinator that lets you air it out like that?
Oh, it was fun. That play called Mike Leach.
Love that.
Mike Leach.
And by the way, fellas, that over 18.5 for the first half. It's over. We got there.
Stormy making people money. Oh, monster hit. Eli Rogers upended. But he shows how he held on to the ball. Picked up 19. That was A.J. Hendy with the stop.
John Trey Kirkman, the high school quarterback.
Hey, I right fly. What? I right fly, act 4 switch, Z choice, on one, ready?
Was a return man, was a receiver, was also a quarterback, started the game for LSU in a bowl game. So he's been back there before. A.J. Smith doing a great job utilizing his skill set as the offensive coordinator at Houston.
Paxton Lynch is now under center. Play action. They'll dump it off to his running back. Good run after the catch for Dedrick Thomas, and he has a first down.
Personnel, 11 personnel. B56, B56. B56, 11 Bulldogs.
Hey, bunch left, gone right, China, X rub, on one, ready?
Hear that term rub. If you were on defense, you'd call that a pick. But see, as an offensive guy, rubs are legal, picks are illegal.
180! Wait a second.
First and 10. Lynch. Thomas. Incomplete.
And that was the rub. The X came inside, kind of rubbed off the defender with the hope of breaking the back loose.
All right, what's the difference between a rub and a pick? How do you get away with it?
Here we go. Hey, double right motion, lead draw right. Double right
get
motion,
away
lead
with
draw
it,
right. On one, ready?
the receiver has to show his numbers to the quarterback. So it looks like he's expecting a pass. He can rub elbows, he can rub shoulders, but if you run into it like you're blocking him, you're going to get called for a pick.
Come on, in the backfield. In the back. Here you go. 180! Wait a second.
Second down handoff is to Jermaine Mark. Nice spin move. Brought down at his ankles, picks up 8.
Long day, 5-2.
There's Emmanuel Ellerby there on the stop.
Twins right, scat right, 525. I'm sorry, twins right, scat right, Y option 5.
Here you go, twins right, scat right, Y option 5. On one, ready.
Now, I think Orlando's got 2 plays here. Given the circumstance, we've heard the Y option. All right, so your tight end's going to have an option to the top of the screen right here. Should be in there.
3rd and 2.
And he's got it.
Pressured. And he won't get away. C.J. Brewer and Dron Mason double teaming on the sack. Loss of 6.
I just don't know what took Paxton Lynch over to the left. And then he holds on to the ball too long, and he has the Y option right to his right there. Hit it. And he's got a touchdown. Now it takes you out of that potential 4-down opportunity. Terrell Buckley once again not happy with this offense and their lack of ability to be consistent and move the football.
Mac Brown punts it away to William Likely, and he will call for a fair catch. Episode 4 of the XFL docuseries Player 54 airs Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 and will also be available on ESPN Plus. Directed by Peter Berg, this 9-part docuseries chronicles the creation of the XFL under new ownership and provides an all-access look at all 8 teams. And we have one of the 3 owners in the house, Danny Garcia, chairwoman and owner along with Dwayne Johnson, Jerry Cardinale. She has been at so many games here now in week 4. It is great to see the owners involved, very active.
Here we go, here we go. Trips right, black, blast. Owen, ready? Black.
Houston gets the ball back on first down, completes that one to Bird, ducks under 1 tackle and is brought down. A lot of work, but no gain.
All right, give me this. Tight, tight, tight. Blue F swing, X Nebraska, H shift. Tight, tight, tight. Blue F swing, X Nebraska, H shift. H shift, Travell, H shift. Scoot it just a little bit, John Troy. Cover 2, watch for the backside center cut. It looks like it's going to rotate. 9 seconds.
Go!
Little nugget there for Brandon Silver late.
Silver that's to Lee. And Lee is brought down again for no gain. That might be the last play here in this first quarter.
They're just sitting right there. Yeah, they just
This is the end of the first quarter.
What a quarter for Houston. A 20-0 lead here in beautiful downtown Orlando. Can the Guardians come back? Start of the second quarter after this.
You might not always be ready for the moment.
We got some Roughneck fans here in Orlando. They are loving it right now. 20-0. You get ready for the start of the second quarter. It is time for everyone's favorite segment, Stormy's Sportsbook. And if you listened to Stormy earlier, she won you some cash. Stormy, what do you got for us now?
Well, listen, John, there is a saying in the betting community that good teams win, great teams cover. And the Houston Roughnecks have been a great team. And it all started week 1 when they were a 3.5-point favorite against this Orlando squad. Oddsmakers had no idea how good they'd be. That 21-point win, still the largest margin of victory of any game this season. Week 2 favored by 4.5. They beat Arlington 23-14. And then this past weekend handled business again for San Antonio. Needed to win by 5. They got 9. Flying high into tonight, just like John Trey Kirkland in that touchdown celebration. Roughnecks 3-0 straight up and against the spread. They're cashing tickets left and right. Average margin of victory 13. And they are well on their way here. Minus 24.5 on the live line, you guys.
There we go, Stormy.
Money, 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 money.
Let's go.
3rd and 10 for Brandon Silvers, and we have a penalty flag. Dumps it down to Lee. He was short of the first down. Let's see what the call is.
Smart Marcus.
79.
Gotcha. Illegal formation offense. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. Half the distance to the goal. It's 3rd down.
Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa. What?
To the live line.
Has been declined.
Easy, easy, easy.
23.5, which means Houston has to win by 24 points or more. They're already up 20-0 here in the second quarter. You know, we talked to A.J. Smith this week about Houston's success, offensive coordinator for the Roughnecks. And he said one of the biggest reasons, we drafted guys that had already played under my system. So we kind of had a head start going into
The
week
illegal
1.
formation by the offense has been declined. 4th down.
I don't like this call. This is twice we've seen this call in this game. Called on an offensive tackle. Once for Orlando, now for Houston. That offensive tackle is clearly on the line of scrimmage. I'm not understanding what the officials are seeing right there. But you're right. As far as the personnel, how this thing was built, there's 7 players on this defense that played for Brian Porter, the defensive coordinator, somewhere in college. So a lot of familiarity with the skill set that these players bring.
Grace Porter punched that one away. Justin Rogers Fields dancing around, and he's going to be stopped. Harry, what does Orlando do to change things up?
Well, they have decided to make a quarterback change. It will be quarterback DeAndre Francois coming in right now. Paxton Lynch will not be in the game at the moment. And I understand why the change is being made. You had that last third down for this team. The wide option was wide open. He tried to go backside. You had the missed throw that led to a touchdown. So now Orlando's trying to get some momentum.
Yeah, I like it, Harry. I think it's a good move. They need a spark. That last play was on the quarterback. They clearly would have had a first down. Let's see what DeAndre Francois can bring to the game.
Can Francois be the spark? Quarterback keeper. He does get to the corner, and on first down, gets a good pickup.
I love that play call, too, because now it's put Houston defensively on notice that you're going to have to contend with quarterback run. Attempt to run the football here. I just like the message that sends. Forces Houston to have to play 11 on 11 instead of 11 on 10.
Many people know the name DeAndre Francois from his time at Florida State. There he is handing off to Darrington. And for Francois, this opportunity means a lot for him. He is a local kid from Orlando. He wants to represent his city.
Flank left, belly right. Flank left, belly right. Flank left, belly right. Wing lock. Sandwell wing lock.
This is also an opportunity for Francois to show people how much he's matured.
Got to be on him. It's third and 1.
Remember, he was the quarterback of that Florida State team, got hurt in the game in the opener against Alabama in a top 10 matchup. Things just never recovered from that point on for him.
3rd and 1. Darrington has the first down.
Good. Let's go. 12 Logan. B57, B57.
First 3 drives for Orlando didn't do anything. That was Paxton Lynch, so now they've made the change to Francois.
You're hearing some of these numbers from Robert Ford, B57, C56. Those are actual numbers and letters that are on the wristband that he's looking down at. Then he'll call it, and the rest of the offense can see it as well.
Francois escapes from the pocket, still looking downfield, throwing it away, out of bounds.
Tough when you're flushed, excuse me, John, when you're flushed to the left.
11 personnel.
And the half-field read is all to the right.
B4, or double right, belly left. Double right, belly left.
G-Bio. G-Bio.
Every time I look at Orlando breaking huddle, it seems like a personnel miscommunication. Yeah. Guys trying to figure out who's supposed to be on, who's supposed to be off.
Yeah, you just can't have that. It just takes away from the efficiency and momentum. You should have a run here. That's it.
Darrington right up the gut, picks up 1. It's Trent Harris, the linebacker on the stop.
12 speed, 12 speed.
Trent Harris, one of the stars of this team.
B62.
Defensively, 4.5 sacks on the season, 6 tackles for loss coming into the game.
Dime, double mug, read 1. Dime, double mug, read 1. 1 pill. Tell them the pill.
Double mug. You see the linebackers call that mugging up into the gaps there, and they're going to back away here and go into cover 1 defensively for Houston.
3rd and 9 for Orlando. Pressure backside. What a throw by Francois. Cody Latimer, the tight end, reels it in. Picks up 19.
He's made his hay across the middle of the field on the seam route. This is a fantastic throw. This is one of those throws that has to be made between 17 and 22 yards. Fits in a window between the linebacker and safety level. Now you got something cooking. Sean Davis on the coverage, number 23 there from Houston.
Cody Latimer is a former NFL wide receiver. He's now at tight end, and he is a matchup nightmare for defenses. On 1st and 10. Darrington didn't have much. Still got positive yardage, picked up 3.
I'm listening to you.
Raleigh Tejada on the stop.
Okay. Here we go, 11 personnel, 11 personnel.
G-back, wrap 1. Yep, G-back, wrap 1.
Right, 370, F shoot.
Alert QB run.
11
G-back, wrap 1.
11 personnel.
11 personnel. It's 1 back, 1 tight end. You heard Coach Robert Ford there.
telling me we got to fucking play. Snap it.
Francois just gets rid of that one as he is taken down to the turf. Robert Ford, offensive coordinator. Brian Stewart, defensive coordinator.
Live 'em bulldog. Live 'em bulldog. Empty right, gone right. Double smash, wide read.
Dime spinner.
Empty right, gone right.
In the game.
Smash, wide read. And hurry. Hurry.
Quarterback can run.
Hurry. You got 8
Quarterback
seconds.
can run.
6 seconds.
Quarterback can
You got
run.
6 seconds.
Quarterback can run.
Orlando's a perfect 2 for 2 on third downs this drive. Francois looking end zone. Incomplete. Lance Moore was double covered in the end zone.
Well, the positive here with this drive is just coming away with an opportunity to get some points, all right? Have something good happen. Get your defense a little bit of rest and come up with a way to get the ball back defensively and get another drive going on offense. Clearly a spark with DeAndre Francois, just not ending in a touchdown.
Jose Borregales, 1 for 3 on field goals so far this season. This will be for 33. And he got it. Orlando is on the board here in the second quarter. They trail by 17. Downtown Orlando, it is nighttime. Week 4 here in the XFL. Houston's on top. So Orlando makes a change at quarterback, and on his first drive, DeAndre Francois, they come away with 3 points.
Well, 3 points, John's not going to be enough if you're going to come back against the Roughnecks. We talked about this pass offense coming into the game, leading the league in explosives of 20 and 40-plus yards. They've got one of each already tonight. Here was the utilization of the double forward pass rule, which was supremely executed. Now, this is an offense, as we mentioned, they're the fastest team in the league at the skill positions. All right, Brandon Silvers has been very efficient and very accurate, and again, difficult to rush him and get pressure on them because they do such a good job of getting the ball out of their hand.
Lee will field as both teams can release, and Lee across the 30 as the Houston offense will come back out on the field up by 17 points here in the second quarter. Houston, amazingly, has done all this without even running the ball once tonight.
Well, and John, it's odd to me because I've watched Orlando and how they've aligned, and they've aligned oftentimes with 7 guys in the box with really no threat of stopping the run. So that's why Brandon Silvers in this offense have been dinking and dunking and taking what they give them.
Go.
First and 10, empty backfield. Orlando rushes 4. And that throw was behind the intended receiver, Garrett Owens, the tight end.
Give me turbo. Give me low check swing, low check swing, wide shallow. Low check swing, wide shallow.
Okay, so you've seen Orlando stacking the box. Yeah. What's the adjustment here now?
Well, the adjustment is to maybe remove a guy from the box and put him in coverage so you make coverage a little bit more difficult to decipher.
It may rotate the cover too.
For Brandon Silvers, so you're going to have a check swing. The back's going to check, and then he's going to swing with the wide shallow underneath. But they're going deep.
Going deep, just off the fingertips of Justin Smith. He had his man beat. It was over Ty Smith, the new cornerback for Orlando.
This is a really well-thrown football, just over the outstretched fingertips. And Justin Smith's the guy that A.J. Smith raved about, said he's got to get him more involved and expected to get him more involved tonight. Gosh, that's why they call this thing a game of inches.
So Houston just misses a big play. It brings up 3rd and 10. Silvers, the dump down. And Aline is stopped short. Terrence Plummer there, good tackle, a gain of 4.
So now right there, they had fewer men in the box, more people in coverage, and forced the check down. If you're Orlando on defense, you'll take check downs all day long. You come up and make the tackle, but don't give up the downfield explosive throws that we've seen tonight.
Look at that. We got a little life on the sideline now for Orlando after making that stop.
What do we say? You came away with points. That's a positive, even though it wasn't a touchdown. Now you need your defense to make a stop, and they do.
Porter with the punt. Rogers will field from the 16. Straight up the middle. Ooh, brought down hard at the 30. Back-to-back 3-and-out stops for the defense. We do have another penalty.
I got used to helmet for 47. I got him lowering his helmet.
Good job, fellas. Good job. Good job. Hey, good job. Good job.
Yeah. All right. All right. We're gonna. All right.
All right, that's fine.
There is no foul for a late hit for unnecessary roughness. 1st and 10.
I'm freaking about to take over in a freaking minute and call what I need to. Y'all freaking talking about 6, and we got freaking no points.
Yes, we just missed 2 touchdowns just then, Cole.
And we don't have, who we just get points with?
That's the only thing I know.
Tom, what do you make of that?
That is a disagreement amongst 2 coaches, and one of them is the law of the land.
Paxton Lynch is back in, and Paxton Lynch is taking a seat.
The ruling on the field is the quarterback's forward progress was stopped at 2nd down.
Emmanuel Ellerby and Trent Harris there on the sack.
The pressure come right up to C-gap. Trent Harris not only splits the guard and the tackle, but just takes care of the back. And again, Paxton Lynch doesn't get rid of the football. And I have a question. The player that you just subbed Paxton Lynch for led you down and got you points. Why is Paxton Lynch in the game?
Well, that's what head coach Terrell Buckley was asking his offensive coordinator. Lynch got to get rid of it, and he just throws it into the turf, but we do have a penalty.
There is no foul for intentional grounding as there was a receiver in the vicinity. Illegal motion. Offense. 2 players moving without being set. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down. 2nd down.
Hey, he's over here maybe wanting to decline it, possibly.
Harry, make this Orlando offense make sense for me.
Well, right now for me it doesn't, because DeAndre Francois came in and you went down and got points. But I will say this, when meeting with Robert Ford, the offensive coordinator, one of the things that he mentioned about Paxton Lynch is that he wants him to get rid of the football quicker. Got to get rid of the football sooner, especially going against a defensive front like Houston.
All right, Harry, it brings up a long 3rd and 9 after the penalty was declined. That is Darrington, pushing 3rd and 19. Darrington will be stopped short. Devontae Beckett there with the tackle. Surprised we didn't see DeAndre Francois?
I'm stunned. I mean, I don't understand what the line of thinking is there, especially when it comes to the getting the ball out of your hand part. At least DeAndre Francois did that. He minimized negative plays as a result and actually moved the football down the field.
Another punt by Matt Brown. Likely will have to backpedal. A good punt from Orlando. Likely spun around, and he'll be stopped short of the 20. Paxton Lynch taking a look at what happened on that last drive. Houston up by 17 here in the 2nd quarter.
We got this cheese. This natural cheese. We got this fruit.
23 Houston, as we welcome you back here to Orlando. And before the break, we were talking all about how surprising it was to see Paxton Lynch continue to run this Orlando offense when DeAndre Francois was having success moving the football. We thought we were surprised, Tom and John. Well, we were equally as surprised when Brian Stewart, the defensive coordinator for the Roughnecks, was on the sideline talking to his guys all about how to adjust to the quarterback run game. That's all they were looking at on the tablet down here.
That is a really good point you brought up there, Stormy. When Houston thinks they're bringing in Francois and then Orlando brings in someone else, that is certainly a head-scratcher.
Look how many green jerseys are in the box right now. They're near the line of scrimmage.
They rush 4. Silvers throw is complete to Nick Holly. And Holly will pick up 13 for the first down as Washington another tackle.
Swing, Z slide. Trips right, rock check, swing, Z slide.
Rock check, swing, Z slide.
See,
hey,
AJ,
rock check, swing, on one.
AJ Smith knows that when he's got man coverage, it's like taking candy from a baby. He's just going to play pitch and catch, throw to the open guy.
Off, so read it here, read it.
Go.
Silver's all kinds of time. Goes right back to Holly. And Holly, a nice run after the catch. He's got another first down.
Let's go spread right, spread right. Spread right, and let's go blue, Z14, Z14. Red check, Z14.
Hey, red check, 14, on one, ready?
Tom, in the open, we talked about how Orlando made some changes on defense. They had their top cornerback come back, C.J. Holmes. Ty Smith, another cornerback, came back. It's not seeming to make a difference right now on defense for Orlando.
It hasn't so far yet.
Another quick throw back. This is Justin Smith. Hard hitting out there. Picks up 7.
Hard hitting, but 2 initial missed tackles on previous plays. If they throw it underneath, Orlando, you have to be able to tackle. You see this right here. They're going to work the outside right there. Make that tackle. Ty Smith, one of the new corners that you referenced, John. They told us they were really high on, but he's been banged up and he hasn't been able to play. Excuse me, that's C.J. Holmes has been banged up. Ty Smith was newly acquired.
Look to the left, look to the left.
Go.
The first run play of the game for Houston, Dejon Lee. And Orlando was ready. Harry, you played with Ty Smith, isn't that right?
Yeah, me and Ty Smith were teammates with the Tennessee Titans. He's a corner that's long, rangy, probably better in press coverage because he has those long arms, can be physical with the wide receiver. So looking forward the rest of this game and seeing what he's able to do out here.
Hey, Harry, are you a little bit surprised that they're playing as much man-to-man coverage and giving Houston these easy reads like you've seen so far?
Yeah, I am, because the wide receivers for Houston, a lot of these guys are like between 5'8", 5'9", and not many of them weigh over 185 pounds, so they're quick and they're shifty. It's the times, though, where you got to make a decision. Do you want Brandon Silvers to pick you apart, or do you want to try to get some pressure? Something has to give. Right now, nothing is working for Orlando.
Well, Orlando got lucky there because Kirkland dropped a touchdown pass. That would have been wide open. He could have walked into the end zone.
And not an ideal throw from Brandon Silvers. He knows it. You can tell by his body language, but certainly a ball that Jontre Kirkland is not only capable of catching, but has made catches just like that before throughout the first 3 weeks of this season.
3 straight punts for Houston now on offense. As Rodgers eludes the first tackle, has some blockers, and a good return. Knocked out just shy of the 30. We got some flags coming in at the end of that one. More pushing and shoving. How many flags have we seen today?
Way too many.
29.
Especially if you're wearing green, because a lot of them have been
Let's make sure they're separated.
lack of composure type of
Are they
penalties.
separated? We're good.
Choice penalties.
Dean is 29, correct?
What do you have?
They hit a 9. Yeah, unnecessary.
Good call.
9 of the kicking team.
Number 9, is that what we got?
Receiving team.
Receiving team.
So we're going to go back 15 from the dead ball spot.
Number 9.
All right, 15, number 9.
29. We are at the
15
29.
dead ball spot.
We're at the 29.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, receiving team number 9. 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. First down.
So that'll be against Orlando again. That's Gerald Willis.
Again, some of these penalties, you know, it's one thing when you're having a hustle penalty, a penalty in the act of playing hard, getting to the football. And okay, yeah, you screwed it up.
Draw right, double right motion, lead draw right, all one, ready?
But these are focus penalties. These are decision penalties that you just cannot have if you're going to be a successful football team.
Paxton Lynch back in at quarterback for Orlando. Quick throw sets up the screen. There's receiver Lance Lenore. You know, shout out these fans in Orlando, because they have stuck by their home team.
They have.
It's been tough at times, tons of penalties, but they are still here trying to support the Guardians. A good crowd on hand here at Camping World Stadium. And we love fans here in the XFL. They love their teams. If you have not been to an XFL game, you gotta come on out, make the drive, get on a plane. This is good football. Martin straight ahead, the first down, picks up 4.
If I was Orlando on offense, the moment I get a first down, I'm going up tempo. I'm getting to the line of scrimmage, I'm making a call, and I'm snapping the play.
We have hit the 2-minute warning. Orlando has a chance to cut into this lead before the half, down 17. We'll be back here to Orlando after this. We are here in downtown Orlando. I always love coming to Orlando. Got in some golf at Magnolia, the Disney World course this morning. It was so much fun. Game summer tonight. Houston, it's 20 points in the first quarter. That is the most in the XFL so far this season. For Orlando, the first time this season they did not score on their opening drive. Got to give a lot of credit to the Orlando defense keeping them in this game.
That's exactly what they're doing, and they've been on the field an awful lot, but they've also been able to get off the field, and now the offense needs to pay them back.
2 minutes to play here in this first half. Lynch looking downfield. He's got his dependable tight end, Cody Latimer. I mean, you can just find him every time. He is going to catch it.
Yeah, he works the zone really, really well.
Gone right. Here we go. Hey, Gabby, son.
Lynch pressured from the backside, and they get him. Tim Ward brought him down from behind.
Here we go.
Big 89, all 6'6" of them. You see him standing up, dips the shoulder. And just a really good, first and foremost, jump off of the football.
He beat the left tackle, Brett Boyko, who's just in his second week on the offensive line for Orlando. 2nd and 14, slinging it. Charleston Rambo stretches forward. That ball came out. It's a fumble. Houston has recovered it. Sean Davis comes away with it for the Roughnecks. And here's the thing, Orlando does not have a challenge available. They used it already in that first quarter.
See where this ball comes out. It looks like Rambo's knees are on top of the Houston Roughnecks defender.
A good call, Marcus.
Yep, that ball is clearly out.
Sean Davis forced the fumble, and he recovered the fumble.
Nice job.
Had he not recovered it, Kari Vincent, his partner there, number 0, could have picked it up and ran into the end zone with it.
So the best start of the night for Houston on offense. Silvers looking for a deep shot, and he's got him! John Trey Kirkland, a 42-yard touchdown strike.
Give me red XTD, but let's read it. Red XTD going for 2 on the left hash.
There we go. Hold on.
Initially, it looks like Brandon Silvers wants to throw the seam down the middle, but the safety stays on the hash. That's all arm strength to John Trey Kirkland.
That was against C.J. Holmes, their best cornerback, who was playing his first game for Orlando on defense. For Houston, that is their second touchdown pass of 40 or more yards tonight. They're going for 2 from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the fade route likely to the bottom of your screen right here to Kirkland.
Looking Kirkland all the way, and here comes the flag. A lot of contact. That was C.J. Holmes in coverage.
I like the adjustment, though. It's going to be a fade. They switch it to a back shoulder throw, draw the penalty. Now it sounds like
ICT number 1. ICT number 1.
They're going to get closer to the line of scrimmage, still be for 2. They're going to bring Cole McDonald, I believe, here. Maybe get some quarterback run.
Illegal contact. Number 1. At the distance. Repeat the try.
2.5. Wait, that was a defensive foul.
I don't know if they call it like holding, legal contact, balls in the air.
So the ball will be spotted from the 2.5-yard line. The key is that it is still a 2-point conversion. Pass to the back of the end zone, incomplete. Burnett did not get his foot down.
They're rolling on the field. The pass was incomplete. The try is unsuccessful.
Take a look at this. So it looks like he's going to block, then slips inside. Really impressive. Ooh,
I don't know.
What we can't see.
There's the foot.
There's the foot. There's the second foot.
Did he maintain possession of the ball through the catch?
This may be a better look.
Can we bring in Dean Blandino in the command center? Dean, what do you see?
Yeah, so we were looking at the feet, but also the receivers going to the ground, and we had a great look. The near handheld showed the ball came loose when the receiver hit the ground, so he didn't complete the process of the catch. It's a good call for incomplete.
All right, Dean, appreciate that. Thank you so much.
On top of it.
I love having Dean on the broadcast. He just clears everything up right away.
And he's got all the great angles, can take a look at it from a variety of aspects. I still am a little bit confused why, and I know they want to give the illusion that they could run the football with the quarterback, with Cole McDonald, but every time they've brought him in the game tonight, he's thrown the football, which is exactly what their starter's done so well.
So the ball did not make it past the 20 through in the air. That's going to be a major infraction. The ball is going to come out to the plus 45-yard line.
Legal kick. Kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 45-yard line. First down.
Wow.
Well, let's bring in Stormy, who's got John Trey Kirkland. Big night for him.
Well, real quickly, we have a reaction to that kick.
Oh, it's terrible. Coach Mack about to get on his tail, I swear. He probably down there fussing right now.
I know how frustrated you were with yourself after that last drive. How'd you make up for it there?
Well, me and Brandon connected on the last one just now, but shoot, he just told me it was still short, so I'm going massage his on when we're going up for halftime.
I wanted to let you know you've made history. First player in the XFL to throw for a touchdown and catch one in the same game. Have fun.
That's great. I love it. I love it.
Wait, Stormy.
We got to follow up. Yes,
can we ask him about that robot celebration? Where did that come from?
Oh, yes. Okay. So last time you scored a touchdown, we know you had you were flying and then you were swimming to surfing. Today it's the robot. What was the inspiration?
Oh, my Uncle Reggie. Back at home. Shout out Uncle Reggie. I did it.
Orlando's got an answer. Jalen Smith, a 31-yard touchdown strike from Paxton Lynch.
One of Harry's Louisville Cardinals getting loose. He just wins this one-on-one matchup and runs right by the defender and Sean Davis, a 6-foot, 190-pound safety against a 227-pound tight end H-back in a wonderfully thrown football by Paxton Lynch. And that is why that's the most damaging penalty in the XFL. When you don't make that line to kick, plus 45 is where you start that series.
How about the confidence in Paxton Lynch to leave him in there? He threw a strike.
He did throw a strike. He's given them reason now to keep him in the game.
Orlando is 0 for 5 on conversion so far this season. They're going to go for 1 because of that from the 2-yard line.
Oh.
How about this formation?
Terrell Buckley calls timeout here. They've got to get this right.
Calls their second timeout of the half.
Let's go Gator.
30 seconds in length.
So Orlando has not converted a try. You like this going for 1?
Yes, I like it going for 1. It gives them more run-pass options and not so one-dimensional. And let's not forget, coming out of the locker room, they get the ball first. So you've got to have something positive happen, get to the double digits and 10 points, and then come out of the locker room with some confidence and some energy with the ball first and drive it down and score a touchdown. And I think that's smart on Terrell Buckley right there to take that timeout, rethink it, and say, let's make sure we've got some options here that give us the best chance to convert this point after.
We've seen 2 touchdowns in the last 29 seconds. So Francois is now in at quarterback, going for the 1-point conversion from the 2-yard line.
Big quarterback draw right here.
Francois looking to throw, pressured in his face. That is complete. Charleston Rambo held on. The 1-point conversion is good. Harry.
I'm right here with the touchdown maker, Jalen Smith, Louisville, baby, Louisville product. Let everybody know what happened on that play.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, it was man coverage across the board. We've been getting a lot of man coverage today. And, you know, we called a man beater. You know, Coach called a play that we knew it was going to be a play that would win. And I just did the rest.
Well, little do people know, you used to be a wide receiver. Now you're a tight end. Deceptive speed?
You can say that. They always told me I had sneaky speed even at receiver. So Pax threw me a great ball. We made a great connection. And I'm going to try to do that a little bit more in the second half.
Thank you, my man. Go U of L.
Yes, sir. Go Cards.
You're shameless, Harry.
Loving
You're shameless.
That tight end duo of Cody Latimer and Jalen Smith, they could be a problem.
When they're flexed out, they're detached from the line of scrimmage, and you get a safety or a linebacker matched up against them, it's a mismatch. I mean, they've got to continue to take advantage of those 2 guys out of the slot.
Borregales, the kick is away. Lee returns it. He is spun down. Marked down at the 29, a 20-yard kick return. 33 seconds to work with. Houston has all 3 timeouts. What do you expect to see from the Roughnecks here?
I think they'll be aggressive. I don't think they're going to change what they are, who they are. They're going to come after Orlando, force Orlando to make a play and get off the field.
Defense, be smart here. Be smart, team.
And I'm completely wrong in that sense. This does surprise me, though. I got to be honest with you.
So Silvers would take a knee, and Houston is comfortable with a 16-point lead, taking that into the locker room. Wade Phillips happy with his team's performance in that first half. But you got to be excited if you're an Orlando fan. 10 points here in that first half. Yeah, there's a fan who's hyped up. Something to celebrate going into the locker room. Send it down to Stormy.
Coach, your defense was suffocating the majority of that half up until the last minute. What changed?
Well, nothing changed. I mean, they made one big play at the end, but we played really well. So we just got to keep playing.
How impressed have you been with your offense and scoring in different ways?
Yeah, we got a lot of versatile players that, you know, how about the double pass? First one ever, I think, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, John Trey Kirkland special. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you bet.
Wade Phillips, you are correct. That was the first double pass ever, and it was pretty. Houston lit up the scoreboard in that first half. 26-10 lead over Orlando. A.J. Smith in the booth. He loves finding that camera. I got a feeling this one's not over just yet. Orlando offense comes alive to end that first half. 26-10 at the half. Come on back. We got plenty of XFL access on deck. Got a nice aerial view of Epcot, part of Disney World here in Orlando. Houston Roughnecks at the half with a 26-10 lead. Part of the reason why we love the XFL so much, all of the access. Take a look, take a listen to that first half.
Whoever thought of this green fog, that wasn't a good idea. They think they're going to hide their players in there.
Easy. So easy. Listen. Okay, we got to make freaking changes, man. Y'all, we'll go back with 6. Yes, we're going to do that. That is absolutely correct. But we're going to go back with 6. We'll go back with 6. And if freaking we don't move the freaking ball, we're going to change some things.
Sir. Yes, sir.
love listening in. What's up? Welcome back inside the booth. Alongside Tom Luganville, I'm John Schriffen. First, we got to thank the coaches and the players for wearing microphones, because I'm sure it cannot be easy. But as fans of the game, this is what we love. I mean, we love to hear this kind of stuff from both head coaches.
Well, I think the thing that stands out about it is we all love college football, all right? We love professional football, but you never hear what's taking place, play in and play out, on the bench discussions, player emotions, and then having some audio to go along with those emotions. I mean, look at Jontre Kirkland as Stormy interviewed him and informed him that he's the first ever player to throw and catch a touchdown in the XFL. And you look at his reaction, and just genuine joy from Jontre Kirkland, and that's what makes this thing so fun, because you know, you're pulling back the curtain a little bit, getting a little bit more insight into what's really going on down there.
Yeah, we learned, and let's take a look at some of the first half stats brought to you by Progressive. Rush yards, no surprise, the Roughnecks did not really try to run the ball at all, but they sure lit it up in the air.
Oh, you look at that turnover right there, you look at the penalties. These are both areas that have plagued Orlando throughout their entire season, and we heard Harry talk about it in the first half. Self-inflicted wounds. It's blocking, it's tackling, and it's protecting the football, and that has been a problem for Orlando. But at least Orlando's guys rallied, and Orlando's guys seem to be ready to play some football. Let's see what happens in the third quarter.
Got to give them a lot of credit. We're taking a live look inside Orlando's locker room as they regroup here at the half. The Houston Roughnecks with a 26-10 lead. We'll be back to Orlando after this. Nighttime in Orlando. We are at the half here. Week 4 of the XFL. Houston undefeated at 3-0 with a 26-10 lead over the Orlando Guardians. Stormy just moments ago had Houston's quarterback Brandon Silvers talking about his O-line, showing them some love, giving him some time to throw.
Yeah, well, the line's giving me time to throw. Just got to put it on out there a little bit more. Just connect with some of the, deeper passes. We're doing pretty good on the quick game, so, just connect deeper.
Jontre Kirkland's trying to take your job, man.
He might be. We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good stuff. Welcome back inside the booth. Tom Luganville, John Schriffen. All right, Orlando offense. We saw them come alive at the end of that half. What do they have to do more of to start this third quarter?
Well, now that they've gotten themselves back in it, I think they need to get back to a little bit more balance. Not saying they just got to line up and run the football, but not be afraid to run the football. I understand in the first half you get behind and you're like, oh boy, we're going to press. We've got to get the ball downfield and score some points. I think that they can play both sides. Run, pass, be smart, get ahead of the chains so that they have small third and manageable.
All right, let's send it over to Harry, who's got Orlando head coach Terrell Buckley.
Coach, there was a lot of echoes in the locker room. Have some pride. You mentioned you're down, but you're not out of it. What's the plan for the second half?
Fight. We're out here to compete, right? We got to eliminate the mistakes. We had 2 turnovers and too many penalties.
Who are you going with at quarterback, Paxton Lynch or DeAndre Francois?
We're going to start out the same with Lynch and see what happens.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, you see the kickoff, new rules here in the XFL. You got to get the kick within the 20 and the end zone, and then when they catch it, both teams can release. Orlando will start with the ball here to start this third quarter. I'd love to bring in Harry and get a player's perspective. Harry, you played in the NFL for so many years. As a player's perspective, you find yourself down at the half. What are you doing in the locker room to reset and get ready for this third quarter?
Well, first things first, you want to clear your mind. But understand that it's a 60-minute game. And just because you're down doesn't mean you're out of it, right? I think offensively for Orlando right now, somebody outside of Cody Lattimore has to make a play. And it's nothing saying that these guys can't make the play, but just go out there and make it.
Good stuff, Harry. Let's see what Orlando does here. Their first drive in the third quarter. Lynch keeps it himself. Quarterback keeper. No gain. See the numbers for Lynch. 10 of 12, 138 yards, has a touchdown.
Really, he doesn't have an interception, but he does have the backwards throw that led to the touchdown for Houston on defense.
Credited with a fumble.
Here we go.
Yes.
180.
Second and 10. Throw over the middle. That is complete to his tight end Latimer, who gets 6 yards, brings up third and manageable.
Twins right, scat right, fetch.
Here we go. Scat right. Twins right, scat right, fetch.
Yeah, I hope they do the same thing.
Here we go. Sit down.
Orlando 2 for 6 on third downs today. Over the middle again. Latimer incomplete. He was looking for a penalty flag. That was Devontae Beckett in coverage.
I'll tell you, Houston is not afraid to man up Corey Latimer. Now, he's made some plays in zone.
Quick off the field.
But, boy, number 11, Devontae Beckett, out of Marshall. They're not afraid to line him up, match him up.
Yep.
See Brian Stewart right there. Talking to him about leveraging the receiver and the target.
Orlando's third 3-and-out tonight as Mac Brown is on to punt. William Likely is deep. Had to get that one away fast. Likely will let it bounce and will check up and go out of bounds. Well, we talked about this explosive Houston offense coming into the game, and in that first half, look at those numbers.
That number right there, that number, yards per pass attempt, is always going to be a reflection of explosive plays. And I think offensively, there's a few areas. Turnover margin, obviously, third down conversion.
Punt it again or tack on 5.
We've got a penalty here.
For the ineligible downfield on the kick, ask Houston whether they want to
He's saying tack. He's saying tack.
Tack it is. Ineligible member of the kicking team downfield on the punt. Kicking team number 29. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down.
So that's on Tremaine Washington. 5 more yards will be added on.
Try block your ass off if he's too deep.
And another penalty for this Orlando Guardians football team.
Okay, we got it. All right.
Go.
Silvers, the screen to Bird. And you heard offensive coordinator A.J. Smith said, we got it, just go.
Yep.
Excuse me, Patriot, red, key 1 pump. Patriot, red, key 1 pump.
Hey, Patriot.
Okay, huddle him up.
Officials time out for an injured player.
Brandon, huddle him up. Get in the huddle, receivers.
Stay right here.
All right, so listen.
So that's Orlando's Tremaine Washington, the man down. Good to see him get back to his feet.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, we talk about the XFL and the culture that is building in the XFL, and one of the reasons for that is because
you've got to stutter.
They have the hub.
And go post. Okay. Look
having the hub and everyone in
up
Arlington, when you see a player down like that, when they all come back and live in the same place, they can all get the same medical care.
Right.
They can all get the same resources, the same workout, the same food, the same sleeping. If you spread them out to different cities, you don't know what each team is going to get. But when you have them centrally located, everyone has equal opportunity.
And nobody has a competitive advantage.
There's a sack by the Orlando defense. Jacoby Jones, Stanley Mapunga, both in there on the sack.
Turbo.
You'll see this come off of the left side of your screen, and you've got 2-on-1. Try to get there late with 55. Alex Bolette, the center. And what a huge play defensively, a negative play, putting Houston in a very rare position, and that's 3rd and long.
Get back now. Murph, get your ass out here.
3rd and 13. Lee is brought down, and he'll be short, a gain of 8.
It's like we talked about in the second quarter. Force the underneath throw, come up and make the tackle. Make Houston earn it. It's exactly what they did right there. Helped out by the sack, creating a 3rd and long. All right, Orlando, what do you have offensively?
That'll be the 3rd 3-and-out for this Houston offense. As Porter is on to punt this one away. Rogers set to field at the 11. Not much there on the return. Downtown Orlando, it is pretty at night. The Guardians trying to make a comeback here in this 3rd quarter, down by 16.
Subway keeps up.
I think that sign says that it's that young man's birthday if he can hold it up. Happy birthday, youngster. If you're an XFL fan, you need to put a sign out for us. We will read it. We'll get you on TV. We'll make it happen for you.
Hold it up for us.
XFL Week 4, Houston with a 26-10 lead. Let's check in with Stormy. What do you got on the betting front?
Well, over bettors are absolutely loving life that they're entering the second half with a total of 38 and 36 points already scored. But as far as the live line goes right now, Houston started this thing a 9-point favorite, now 16.5 as Orlando
Wait a minute!
connects with a big play.
Charleston Rambo, know what's gonna get him. An 81-yard touchdown bomb from Paxton Lynch. Would you look at that? Here comes Orlando.
Really good job here by Paxton Lynch, because he stared down that man right there, Cody Latimer, who is right here, and he comes and he runs the option route. They come right behind it and run the post deep, and they've got one-on-one. Finally, they utilize Latimer and force 2 defenders on him, on Latimer, and then throw the ball over the top. Really well executed. Sometimes your best player in Cody Latimer doesn't have to always get the ball. He can get other guys open as well, as DeAndre Francois comes in now. Looking like they're going for 3 here.
Stormy, I apologize for cutting you off, but if you are an over better, you are celebrating right now because the over just hit.
And you are loving if earlier in the game you grabbed like the plus 23.5, plus 24.5 because Orlando's in business, guys.
Cha-ching!
They've changed their mind, going for 2 now.
Orlando going for 2. DeAndre Francois is in from the 5-yard line. Francois, the quick throw, fade to the end zone, incomplete. That was a jump ball for Latimer. Sean Davis was in coverage.
Number 4. Incomplete, penalty flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 4. Penalized half the distance to the goal. Try for point.
That was William Likely.
Ooh, you see the hands to the face. That's where they got Likely coming off the edge as a free rusher there. If this ball could have been thrown out just further to the right and high, I think Latimer comes down with it.
So now they go to the 2.5-yard line. Still a 2-point conversion try. Francois, keeper, and he can't get in. Mosley and Johnson were there on the stop for Houston. Harry.
I'm with quarterback Paxton Lynch. You got quarters coverage. You had the post. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, pre-snap, we called a run play tagged with an alert to beat quarters because we've seen they've been lined up to our formation with quarters when we get in that 3-by-1 set. As soon as they lined up in quarters, alerted it. Just waited for the safety to drive on the dig and hit the post behind them.
You faced some early adversity, but you was able to come back, throw 2 touchdown passes. How does that feel?
It feels great, man. I just want to come out here and win and help my team win. So that's all that's on my mind right now.
Thanks, bud.
Yep.
Nice stuff, Harry. When he says quarters, essentially what he's saying is that every defender on the defensive back end is responsible for a quarter of the field. So essentially 4 vertical guys going, but one of those safeties jumped Latimer underneath, and you get the one-on-one to the outside. Really well executed. Perfect play versus a perfect coverage and a terrific throw.
Both teams will line up 5 yards apart. They will release once this kickoff is touched. There they go. Lee has some blockers. Tripped up at the 20 and then pounded down. We do have a flag far side of the field.
Ranch, I got a foul. Ranch, I got a foul.
All right.
Hey. Holding. 47.
Where's your flag?
Beyond the end of the run.
All right.
So we're going to go from
end of the run. What was the number?
47.
During the return. Holding. Receiving team, number 47. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Chauncey Rivers, former Mississippi State Bulldog, and now this Orlando Guardians defense coming off of a touchdown He's got this Houston offense backed up.
Well, X not going, right? Blue.
And you've been loving how this Orlando defense has been playing, keeping the Guardians in the game.
As long as they don't give up explosive plays, they're just fine.
Let's go.
Silvers to throw. Missed tackles again as Bird gets a few more yards after that catch.
Blue juke. Trips left up. Blue juke.
Hey, DP.
Notice how quickly offensive coordinator
out at the middle of the field there. Said, let's roll.
A.J. Smith immediately has the personnel grouping, the formation, into the quarterback the moment that last play ends. So it buys them so much time with the play clock to really get themselves in the right play.
2nd and 4. Silvers all kinds of time. Unloads one downfield, but it pops loose. Garrett Owens, the tight end, couldn't hold on to it.
Go turbo.
How does A.J. Smith have the play so quickly? How does he know what to call immediately?
Spread right purple.
I think a lot of it has to do with down and distance. He knows exactly what they are, and then depending on what the outcome, what he's got to go to next. Positive outcome, he knows this. Negative outcome, he knows this. And he has it laid out in front of him. And I think a lot of it's just instincts, too.
Okay, give me blue Y streak, H option. Blue Y streak, H option. 5.
Orlando crowd starting to make some noise on 3rd and 4. Big hit. Ball pops loose. Harris couldn't hold on to it. Matt Elam laying the hammer.
Trying to hit that option route to Harris. And 22, the former first-round draft choice of the Baltimore Ravens. Matt Elam, bam. Great timing of contact and ball placement. And once again, not only does Orlando force a punt, but they should get tremendous field position here.
Play, man.
Houston offense, Porter's punt. Caught by Rodgers, and he is immediately dropped. Another penalty flag.
No return. Orlando takes over at their own 37.
Go open.
Okay, legal formation. Gotcha. Not more than 4, less than 7 on the line.
He wants to re-kick.
All right, re-kick, 5 yards, re-kick. Illegal formation. Kicking team, less than 7 on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, penalized from the previous spot. Repeat 4th down.
It's the 3rd alignment call we've seen in this game, which these teams now, 4 weeks in.
He was in the backfield at the snap, 17.
Should be past this now. You know, these are.
They jumped offside.
Coach Phelps. He's arguing the other way around. These types of things you understand in week 1, maybe week 2, not in week 4.
Okay.
So Houston will punt it again, as Porter is now in his own end zone. Gets off a better kick as Rodgers backs up to the 40. Eludes the first one, gets by the second, stutter step out of bounds. Oh,
help me out with a spot.
I got a blindside block, 23, green.
Yep.
Blindside block during the return from a flag.
All right. All right, let's put the flag on the big stripe, Dan. We're going from the big stripe. All right. What was that number again, Brett? 23? During the return, personal foul, blindside block, receiving team number 23. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, 1st down.
That is the 8th penalty against Orlando tonight. Harry, what do you got for us?
This Orlando defense is really playing some ball. Defensive coordinator Tony Carter, I just went to him, I asked him about that last coverage. It was the same coverage that they played in the first game when they got an interception on Brandon Silvers. Cover one with the lurker, the safety lurking. He was the guy that put the hit on the wide receiver and jarred that ball loose.
Yeah, you got to show some love to the defense for Orlando. Down by 10, Orlando offense have scored the most points they've scored in any game so far this season. Lynch on the run. His receiver tried to come back incomplete.
Well, I think Paxton Lynch could have tucked that ball and gotten at least 5 yards with his legs, walked out of bounds, and found themselves ahead of the chains. Instead, now you're sitting there at 2nd and 10.
Stormy, what's going on with the Houston defense?
Well, all of the talk on this sideline, guys, has been about getting back momentum. The coaching staff talking to these players, saying Orlando's bringing all of the intensity. You guys have to match that. And that's something we talked about with the coaches earlier this week. An 0-3 team is hungry, and that means they can be dangerous, guys. And it's a close game here with Orlando's offense clicking.
100%, Stormy. It feels like Orlando has momentum right now. Lynch loading up. That one is dropped. Jalen Smith, the tight end.
Right there. No, I take, let's go double this time. Let's go flex. Let's go flex right, scat right, 3-7-0 F shoot pump. Flex right, scat right, 3-7-0 F shoot pump.
That was actually a really good throw on that last play on the double pump there.
Here we go. Just a
Paxton
little bit.
reload. See what they can come up with at 3rd and 10 here.
Yes, yes. 180. Wait a
3rd and 10. Here comes the pressure and the penalty flag is picked off. William Likely, his interception now. He's the guy who had the scoop and score. But let's see what this flag is about. Lynch seems to think it's on Houston.
Okay, let's go twins right.
89.
Ooh,
Here we go.
Orlando flinched, but it might have been after.
Twins right, scat right, Y option 5.
Defense.
Twins right, scat
Number
right,
89. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I think the receiver flinched after 89 Tim Ward crossed into the neutral zone.
Is that something Houston can challenge?
They wanted to, sure. They can challenge anything as long as they're specific about what it is they think was gotten wrong.
3rd and 5. Lynch entering it out. Incomplete. Lance Lenore had a beat on it, and there comes another flag at the end of that play.
Marcus. Hey.
I didn't see what happened, but the ref came running over and threw the flag late.
Hold up there. Hang on to that K-ball. Take your time, guys.
This is going to be interesting. When you see what happened at the end of this play.
What's going on?
This is a great throw by Paxton Lynch.
Picking up the flag for what? What was called?
Marcus, use your L12.
Yeah, so we had a UNR, you had a UNS, but they said when he was coming off the sideline, he just got in his way. He didn't see him coming off. So no foul for that'll be UNS.
UNR, it'll be
yes,
UNR.
It was kind of, yes, I'm sorry, UNR, yes.
There is no foul on the play for unnecessary roughness. 1st down.
What was interesting is Justin Smith isn't in on the play. He's coming from the sideline. He's not on the field to play. And crosses right in front of Lance Lenore.
That's a flop.
That's a
play off. Get out
There's no
of here.
question that's a flop.
This is the XFL. No flopping allowed.
William Likely to return.
Back Brown. A sky-high punt. There's Harris on the return. And Houston's offense will come back out on the field. A 26-16 lead. The Roughnecks strive to stay perfect. 3-0 on the season. We'll come back after this. Welcome back to Orlando here, the first game in week 4. Let's take a look at the XFL standings. DC Defenders, we have had them every week so far. They look so good, undefeated in the North Division. Houston trying to go to 4-0 tonight. The only 2 teams still undefeated here in the XFL. As a reminder, the top 2 teams in each division will go to the playoffs. Coming up right after this game here on FX, San Antonio taking on Seattle. Plenty of XFL action here to start week 4. Brandon Silvers in at quarterback. He has done an outstanding job for the Roughnecks this season. They hand it off to Bryson Lane. That is Houston's first rush for positive yards tonight.
Here we go, hold on.
Really just what? 2 or 3 rushes total, 3 now. But a lot of that's predicated by numbers.
Show something different on the back end. Tampa.
Go.
Hey, check. Eagle protect.
Easy.
Philly.
Hey, Philly. Go.
Second and 9. Handoff is to Aline.
Okay, good.
That's a prime example of what I'm talking about with numbers. A.J. Smith, you heard him check it late because he saw that they have 5 men in the box.
Right. Broncos stare. Wide pig. Trips right. Broncos stare. Wide pig off the zero.
Hey, kick the damn ball.
17 seconds go. Broncos stare.
Houston on third downs. They started the night perfect 2 for 2, and ever since they're 0 for 5.
Good read off the RPO.
They need to pick up 5 yards here on third down. They go back to the ground with a lean. Somehow scoots through. It looked like he had been stopped, but he picked up 7.
Yeah, that's their RPO game. You heard A.J. Smith state that.
Good job, Bryce.
Aline, he's so diminutive in stature. You see the balance and the agility.
Over. I'm sorry. Over.
He's slippery in the hole.
Terrence Plummer had a chance to get him short of that first down.
Here we go. Give me this. Wide
5
option.
minutes to
Wide
play
option.
here in this third quarter.
Your option route to the slot receiver right there.
He throws it and completes it to Cedric Bird. Picks up 5 yards.
So every single time you hear A.J. Smith.
Trips left, Lion. Trips left, Lion.
Here we go.
You see him
Hey,
watch Orlando align into zone coverage.
Hey, Lion.
His check is to the option route underneath.
Hey, let's go.
Get set and go.
Here we go. Go.
Second and 5. Delayed handoff. Goes to Lane. Look at this speed burst. Excuse me, that is Lee. Dejon Lee.
Give me.
Show me those burners. Picking up 26.
Trips left.
Just counting the numbers in the box. Look at that. 5 guys in the box. Let's hand it off. We've got a hat for a hat.
Brown.
Simple math, my friends.
Scoot in, Nick. Give me a money. Give me a money. If you don't get the eyes compressed.
We go back to Bird. Bird eludes the first one, gets out of bounds.
Give me this. Give me trips right.
See?
Lion.
There's 4 right there, and then there's 5. You got 5 offensive linemen to block it. All right, we're going to check. We're going to run. You got 2 plays built in. If they have more people in the box, we're going to throw it to the perimeter like they did on this next play. Out into the flat.
Go.
Lee in the backfield. They give it to him on 2nd and 5. Lowers his shoulder. The little guy at 5'6". How is he delivering the blow?
5, and a 6 is lurking. All right, he's kind of hanging back, so they decide to go with it.
And we got over triple match.
And the guy that's not blocked is the guy that makes the initial contact, but it's also 5-6 yards downfield all the time. So they're relying on the back to deal with the unblocked defender.
Stay outside, Mike. Stay outside.
Houston on this drive,
leverage,
5 rushes for almost 50 yards. 1st and 10. They're throwing end zone. Incomplete. The flags rain down.
2 fouls.
Check your flags.
Looking for Nick Holley. It was Mike Lee, the man in coverage.
Could be 2 separate actions.
Turn the mics.
You're exactly right. DPI number 13.
In the end zone, coming to the 1. Pass interference. Defense, number 13. The foul occurred in the end zone, and by rule, the ball will be placed at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal.
Really could have been 2 fouls there. Could have been defensive holding initially early on in the route, and then it ended up being with the left arm around the waist on Mike Lee, who's played really good football for this Orlando defense.
Over 6 rats.
Did he save a touchdown, though?
Yeah, probably did. Guy would have had to gone up and get it in a contested matchup, but potentially.
First trip to the red zone for Houston at the 1. Handoff is to Lee. He is in there.
Turbo, red XTD, and let's read it.
Run the ball.
Yes. First down on the 1. First down on the 1.
And that set up this 1-yard touchdown run by Dejon Lee. And Houston will go for 2 from the 5.
Go. To the bottom of your screen down here.
Silver's looking that way. Guess what? We got some penalty flags.
Number 20 in the end zone.
That's Balin Buchanan, number 20 for Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Where we step from the 5?
Yes, going to the 2.5.
In the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. Try for point.
You hear Brandon Silver, or A.J. Smith, the offensive coordinator, mention XTD. Essentially, they're telling the X receiver based on the coverage, he's either going to have a fade.
And watch for the orbit. Watch
Maybe a back shoulder throw or a
about.
slant. That time the coverage dictated the slant.
Cole McDonald in at quarterback, keeps it, and he did not get in. Mike Lee, the good stop at the goal line. 2-point conversion, no good. Don't forget, more football coming up next on FX. Ben DiNucci leads the XFL in passing yards and touchdowns, the slinger for the Seattle Sea Dragons. He'll be in action next against San Antonio, coming up after this one.
You know, Seattle's had a bit of the turnover bug as well. They've been explosive on offense. They've played good enough on defense. They've got a lot of NFL experience on that team under Jim Haslett. They've just done a little bit of what Orlando's done, just not to the extent Orlando's done it. I think Seattle might be one of those teams as the season unfolds, gets better and better and better under offensive coordinator June Jones. You know they're going to be explosive in that area.
What do you think of that drive for Houston? 8 plays, 71 yards, just under 5 minutes. They rushed it 6 times for almost 50 yards.
Because Orlando told them to. I mean, at the end of the day, we always talk about taking what the defense gives us, right? Well, that time they gave you the run game.
Dan Williams will receive the punt for Orlando. Williams changes direction and will be chopped down. And another flag.
It doesn't matter where the flag is. We're going to go from the end of the run. We're going the full 10. All right? Full 10, Dan.
Confirm.
Dead ball spot. During the return. Holding. Receiving team. Number 39. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Harry, what do you think of that adjustment on offense by Houston?
Well, I think it's a phenomenal job by offensive coordinator A.J. Smith. Understanding that this offense, the last few possessions before the touchdown drive, they were sputtering a little bit. So what do? The numbers tell you to run the football. You rush the football. Next thing you know, Houston scores a touchdown, and they're back on track.
So 2:02 to play here in this third quarter. Paxton Lynch flushed out. Can't complete it. Trying to check it down to Devin Darrington. How about offensive coordinator A.J. Smith? Think he knows where the camera's at?
Framing himself up pregame.
Yeah, buddy.
Got his X-ray vision goggles going on.
Loving the limelight here in the XFL.
He's got a good vantage point of the field from his perch there, right, really to the left of us. I'll tell you, Orlando, man, that's the 11th penalty coming off of that kick return. 11 penalties tonight for the Guardians.
For 90 yards. Watch out. And here comes another flag. 4th sack of the night for Houston. That was John Decker.
5 in an auto first, Dan. Holding. Defense, number 18. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's Jordan Mosley for Houston.
Called defensive holding.
Jet 4, let's go. Jet 4, let's go.
On the back end. Taken away was a really nice pass rush off the edge from John Daka.
We're good, we're good. We're good, we're good.
See the penalties for Orlando versus Houston. 1 minute to play here in this 3rd quarter. Following the blockers, Dedrick Thomas.
Ace right, 548. Alert. Twins right, ace right, 548.
Here you go, twins right.
No, Josh.
Twins right, ace right, 548 on one of them already.
Good.
Here we go. Stand on. 180. Wait, set.
Lynch will find Eli Rogers. Rogers showing the wheels.
Ohio at the ball. Ohio.
Formation.
Double.
Outside of the final
Ohio.
2 minutes, the clock will continue to run.
Ace right. Double right, ace right. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Stand. 180. Wait, set.
Lynch scanning. Will find Thomas. And that's how the 3rd quarter will end. We've seen comebacks before here in the XFL. This one not over yet. Come on back for the 4th. Orlando is buzzing on Saturday night. Over 10,000 fans deciding to come here to Camping World as we get set for the start of the 4th quarter. Let's take a look at our progressive game flow.
It's all about explosive plays. Started off with Houston, leading the league with plays of 20-plus yards and 40-plus yards. Already had 2 of those today. Saw our first glimpse of the double forward pass, which is allowed in the XFL. Beautifully executed. And then this is the longest play from scrimmage in the XFL in 2023. Charleston Rambo on the receiving end of that touchdown from Paxton Lynch. We enter into the 4th quarter. Pretty steady quarterback play. But this Orlando offense has got to take advantage of the opportunities its defense has given it tonight.
Darrington sneaks free, sheds another tackler, and enters into Houston territory, a gain of 14.
Got to remember, too, with the extra point opportunities in this league, this is not a 3-score game. It's a 2-score game. Really nice job of contact balance by Darrington, making people miss, falling forward. And now you move the chains once again if you're Orlando. Got a little rhythm and bounce going on this drive.
Lynch. Another one of the miscues for Orlando tonight. Missed opportunity, trying to find Devin Darrington. Incomplete.
Yeah. Well, that's on Paxton Lynch right now, just short arming that
Twins
throw.
Left.
Tried to aim it.
Twins left. Alert. Belly. Alert. Fetch.
Twins left. Belly left.
Belly,
Alert. Ace
alert,
left. On one already.
As bad as things have gone for Orlando tonight, they're still not out of it.
No, they're not out of it. That's what I was talking about with the 1 or 2 or 3-point conversion. You're in the football game from a 2-score perspective.
2nd and 10. Handoff is to Thomas. And Orlando's starting to get the run game going. Got to remember, Orlando has 2 turnovers tonight as well.
Now -7 on the season.
Dime, mug,
Houston
back,
got up to a
right,
20-0 lead.
Dime, mug, back, wrap,
Orlando
right.
answered.
Double right, scat right, 0, 7, 0, LPN.
Here we go.
If you got to smash it, you better do it early. And now let's play it. Let's play it.
3rd and 6 for Orlando. And Lynch threw it completely behind his receiver, Dan Williams.
What distance is it?
You just can't miss that throw. You just cannot miss this throw if you're Paxton Lynch. Holy smokes. That's inexcusable.
So the offense will stay on the field for Orlando.
Here we go.
Orlando 1 for 6 on 4th downs this season. Here comes the pressure, picked up, incomplete. Looking for Latimer. That was Sean Davis, the man in coverage. You like that, going for it on 4th down?
I think you kind of have to at this point. Where the down and distance is, your plus territory, I have no issue with it. But look at the footwork from Paxton Lynch. Throwing off balance, off his back foot. No transfer of weight to get any power on the football. Just an off series for Paxton Lynch there on the last 3 attempts. And he knows it. Made some really, really impressive throws tonight, but certainly not his best drive.
Great angles.
Silvers, he's been getting the ball out of his hands fast. Completes that to Justin Smith.
Give me trip.
All right, Tom, let's go back to what you were talking about, that last drive by Lynch.
Watch his feet right here, and he's falling away. He's got a stiff front left leg. Accuracy starts from the ground up, not from your shoulder up. And so you've got to have a base. You've got to be able to transfer weight, drive the ball. He's got great arm talent and arm strength, but if your footwork's not what it needs to be, then you're not going to be an accurate passer.
2nd and 8, handoff. Is that something that can be caught on the fly? Can a coach or somebody say something to him on the sideline to be corrected on the next series?
It would have been the first thing that I would have said to him. Look at your feet. Your feet aren't set. You're not planted. And I think he's right now, he's a little bit flustered because he's been off the mark a little bit. And just to remind him, hey, listen, get set, throw on platform, all right, and let the ball go, rip it. I think he's trying to aim the ball. He's trying to be perfect with poor footwork. The ball's spraying everywhere.
Red check.
Red check.
Meanwhile, Orlando defense has a chance to get off the field here. It is 3rd and 7. Penalty flag. Silver, strong throw, completes it to Ben Putnam. Let's check that flag.
Reg, illegal formation, 77.
Gotcha. No, they got you for being back. Illegal formation. Offense. Less than 7 on the field, on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's a bad call. God.
What does Wade Phillips mean there? We didn't warn them.
So they're claiming this player right here is off the line of scrimmage. I think that's a bad call. His foot right in here is in line with the right foot of the offensive guard. This is the 3rd time they've called this. I'd like to get Dean Blandino's thoughts on this because we've seen it 3 times tonight. I agree with Wade Phillips. Dean, what's your take on this?
Yeah, so Wade is asking about a warn, and we will warn early when it's close. But then it's not the feed. This is actually a big play here, so I don't want to take away from that.
No, go ahead.
We can get to this after the score. But look, it's a body part has to break the plane of the belt line of the snapper. That's the guideline. So you've got to be breaking the belt line of the snapper. He wasn't. That's a foul for an illegal formation.
Meanwhile, Harris sneaks free behind the defense.
Brandon, stay in.
A 59-yard touchdown.
X strike, wide fade.
And Terrell Buckley can't believe it.
Wide fade. Spartan. Brown X. Middle of the field. Middle of the field. Brown, X strike, Y fade.
Brown, X strike, Y fade. On one, ready? Go.
We don't kick extra points in the XFL, so Houston elects to go for 2 from the 5-yard line.
Go.
Silver's off his back foot and throws it out the end zone. Man, Houston just coming up with big play after big play tonight.
Well, you got to stay deep as the deepest, particularly when you're playing zone defense. Travella Harris just runs right down the middle of the field. Good identification by Brandon Silvers. Mike Lee, the culprit defensively there for Orlando.
From Houston's offense, they lead it 38-16 here in Orlando. 10:57 to play here in this fourth quarter. Let's go down to Stormy.
You have made a lot of special catches already early in the season. How much more special is it to do it in your home state?
It's an awesome feeling, man. I got my whole family right behind me, supporting me, with a great group of guys, a great team. It's nothing better.
When I walked over here, you said, we got to finish. What does that mean here?
Got to finish, man. Just keep going, put our foot on their neck, and, keep lighting up the scoreboard.
Enjoy it. Have fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. It's almost Miller time for Houston. Thomas on the return. And this return almost gets to 35, down at 34. FX Snowfall is back for its 6th and final season, where a feud threatens to destroy the Saint family. Every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific on FX, also streaming on Hulu. And all smiles on that Houston sideline.
Double right, ace right, Florida. On one-on-one. Ready?
Does Houston have the most explosive offense in the XFL?
Yeah, I also think they have the most team speed, particularly on offense in the XFL, from what I've seen so far.
Lynch back out there. Oh, he takes a shot, delivers it to Logan Carter's tight end.
Watch him stand in there, though. Look at his base. Watch him stand in there and drive the football.
Double right, double right.
This is what you got to have.
Ace right, Ohio.
Tim Ward just unloaded on him.
Make sure you get out.
That's a big body to get on the ground. 6'6", 245 pounds.
Gabby, son.
2nd and 2. Lynch throws off the mark. Harry, what you got?
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about team speed and explosiveness. Well, head coach Wade Phillips, when they were looking for wide receivers, they didn't care anything about their body type, how small they were, how tall they were. They wanted them to be fast, and fast is what they got.
Yeah, Harry, and it's across the board. Mark Lillibridge, their director of player personnel, they wanted length and speed over size and strength, and it's paid off for them so far.
3rd and 2 for Lynch. And he delivers another first down for Orlando. This one to Logan Carter. Gains 11.
Florida.
Here you go,
If they play quarters,
ace right, Florida.
look for the dig in the post, okay? If they play quarters, look down here with the dig and the post.
Here we go. Gabby,
no
son.
big deal.
Lynch looking for the dig and the post. But right now, he's going to be looking at some turf. Trent Harris with the sack.
Houston did a really nice job there. They started off pre-snap in what was a quarters look, which is what Robert Ford was hoping to see, and then they transitioned into a one-high look. Paxton Lynch holds onto the football. Walls start closing in. That's a good covered sack. It's also good pressure up front.
Lynch gets rid of this one, and that's incomplete. Eli Rogers couldn't hold on to it.
Here we go. Huddle.
It's a really well-thrown ball right there from Paxton Lynch.
On two.
Eli Rogers normally sure-handed.
Here we go, ace right, Florida.
We thought we might see DeAndre Francois at some point. He's only been in there for one drive in that first half. They scored a field goal, and the one drive he was out there at quarterback.
Yep.
Quarters, it's one high.
180! Wait.
They got movement.
False start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
It's the right tackle, TJ Storman again.
Smash.
Double smash. Double smash.
Go double.
Ace right.
Smash.
Ace right on two.
13 penalties tonight. Many of them silly pre-snap penalties as well as foolish personal fouls.
180! Wait,
3rd and 16. Lynch throws it short. Lance Lenore trying to get to the marker, but just can't get there. A few yards short.
Here we go. Let's go.
Offense stays on the field for Orlando.
Let's go. Quick eights. Quick eights. Quincy, Ohio. Quick eights.
Here we go.
Quincy,
Quick eights right.
Ohio.
Quick eights right.
So we're going to get
Quincy.
Ohio 0 for out. So we're probably going to have 2 out routes and the inside receivers.
Here we go. Gabby. Say.
4th and 2. Lynch batted at the line, catches it. And a turnover on downs. Houston looking to stay perfect, go to 4-0 on the season. They're up here in the 4th.
In Alaska, the wild fish.
Welcome back to Orlando, home of Walt Disney World. The Roughnecks having fun out here, 38-16. Paxton Lynch having a rough go of it. Set points here tonight, Tom.
Well, look at his feet right here. This is where he drives that vertical ball. Plants off the back foot and rips it. Just lets it go. Now watch his feet here. Inconsistent footwork. Neither of his 2 feet are planted. He's got a poor platform, narrow platform. Ball goes right to the ground. It's just been up and down type of night for him. Look at the second half production. Nowhere near what we saw from him in the first half.
Houston looking to close things out here in this 4th quarter. Back to the ground with Lee as he plunges forward, picks up 8 on 1st down. John Shriffen alongside my partner, Tom Lugaville, Stormy Bonantoni, Harry Douglas on the sidelines.
Let it get down to 15. Trips right.
The storyline for the entire night for Orlando has been penalties. Harry talked about it in the open. He said they needed to clean things up here to get it going here. Tom, I mean, when you go from week to week, what can you do after tonight to clean up the penalties?
Fundamentals, focus, discipline, and repetition. During the week, something as simple as saying, we're going to have a hard count period. And we're going to challenge everybody on our team. Can you hold your water?
Make sure you let it go to 10
can
seconds.
we blare music? All of those sorts of things. But it's got to come down to the little details.
All right, so let's go. Trips right, trips left, Broncos. Read the end. Trips left, Broncos.
So you got to be willing to focus on the little things, because the little things will take care of all of the big things in the end.
8 seconds. You're good now.
Play clock winding down. It's at 3, a 1st and 10. A quarterback keeper. Silvers. Excuse me, that's Cole McDonald. Yep, McDonald getting out of bounds. A 20-yard game. I'm like, Silvers can't move like that.
Well, remember when I told you, they like to bring him in there for the does a really good job just reading the defensive end off the edge. He crashes down with the running back.
Denver Lizard.
It's exactly what you want.
Held in the wide.
Well, they kept throwing it with McDonald when he came in on the extra points. This time they decided to run it.
Key two.
Houston, that was their 2nd rush tonight.
Denver
20 or more yards.
Denver key 2.
Haven't had many, but they've made them count.
7 seconds.
Up to 79 rush yards on the night. Play clock. Get it off. Swing pass. And Nick Collins is tripped up. Gain of 4.
I want you to read that now. Okay?
Harry, you talked about it in the open. Orlando now has 12 penalties for 95 yards. What do the players have to say to each other after tonight?
You got to have a players-only meeting. And it has to stop. For a lot of these guys, right, you're trying to get back to the National Football League. Well, one thing I know about the National Football League is that you can't have the self-inflicted wounds, and no coaches are going to put you out there on the football field when you're costing your team because of penalties. So if these guys have dreams of getting back to that level or getting to that level, it has to get cleaned up.
And that's a good point. I think we think of you've got to put big plays on tape to get back to the NFL. But there's also little things.
You got to put consistency on tape. That's the thing. Every coach is looking for consistency of performance across a period of time.
Trips right, Broncos key 2. That's my bad, Holly. And then if you pull it, it's a read now. No automatic throw.
You go.
So this is the same play for Cole McDonald here. They're going to read the end. He'll either give it or he'll keep it.
He decides to keep it on 3rd and 2. And he'll be stopped short of the end zone, marked down at the 3, picks up 11.
Give me regular. Strong left. strong left.
Good call there. Really good call.
Broncos punch. Strong left, Broncos punch.
Over 6 rat. Over 6 rat.
That's a second decision. What is he looking for?
Well, number one, he wants to see if that end man on the line of scrimmage is unblocked, does he turn his shoulders or does he stay square? If you see his numbers, you can see both of his numbers, you're going to give. If he turns his shoulders and gets down the line, you're going to keep.
All right, let's see that last run by McDonald, decision making.
Right there, you see number 25 turn and chase. See how he turns and runs with him? That's when you know to pull it.
Hey, over Falcon blitz. Over Falcon blitz. Over Falcon blitz.
Here it is.
Over Falcon blitz.
Oh, here it is. Ace right, H flat.
And Houston in control of this game.
12 seconds.
They are just eating up this clock here in the fourth quarter.
This is really methodical by A.J. Smith. He knows exactly where they're at with the play clock, how far they want to run it down. He's toying with them right now.
On 2nd and goal, Lee gets in there.
Y'all want to try 3 or y'all want to try 3?
Wade Phillips says, why not go for 3?
Well, let's see. I mean, get some in there. Work some plays. You're going to go for 2 here. But
2.
I think with their style of offense, as well as they throw the football.
For Lee, that's his second 1-yard touchdown run tonight.
No, let's don't. Hold up. 2 right hash. 2.
So they had moved it back to the 10. Wade Phillips changed his mind.
Well, he changed his mind because he doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do. He's looking at the scoreboard. There's no need to do that.
That's fine.
Hey, over 6 rat. Over
Why not just go for 1 then?
Scoot out just a little bit more, Justin.
I think it's because this is their mode of operation. Every single time tonight, they've lined up and gone for 2.
All right, you can read this. You got the box.
McDonald. A wobbler. And a penalty flag comes in at the end of that play.
If his arm doesn't get hit here, I think they were trying to throw a slant underneath.
Reg, nobody's in the area, too.
Yeah.
Because he
Oh, wait, what? Oh.
We do not have a receiver in the area.
Well, yeah, this is a good spot. He was in the pocket. Okay, and there were no. All right, so we've got number 14 and number 99. We're going to offset. All right. Let me see your second flag. Let me see your flag. Don't worry about it. One's good enough. One's good enough.
I'm interested about to hear this call.
There are fouls by both teams. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 99, low hit on the passer. Intentional grounding. Offense number 14. The foul's offset. Repeat, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't agree with the intentional grounding call. He's got the slant that's coming right there. That's his target. That's who he's trying to throw when the ball comes out of his hand. I know where the ball ended up, but he was clearly trying to make an attempt to throw the slant route.
So we'll do it all over again from the 5-yard line for a 2-point conversion try. We'll shift to behind Cole McDonald. McDonald, one of the options, pitches it to Lee. But he doesn't get in there. In the first half, it was all the air attack from Houston. Orlando D shifted, changed things up, and then so did Houston in the second half.
Did a good job of saying, you know what, these guys are playing us a little bit different. All right, they're concerned now about giving up the explosive play. So let's run it. I think that's the one thing about this Houston team. They don't overcomplicate things.
I didn't want to hold him, so I let him go.
.340 to play here in this fourth quarter. The start of week 4 of the XFL as Houston is looking to go to 4-0. Thomas will slide down at the 25-yard line. Episode 4 of the XFL docuseries Player 54 airs Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 and will also be available on ESPN+. It's directed by Peter Berg. This 9-part docuseries chronicles the creation of the XFL under new ownership and provides an all-access look at all 8 teams. I have loved watching the first 3 episodes, especially on Vegas Vipers tight end Sean Price. He's an Ocala police officer, but the police department let him leave to play in the XFL and said, "We'll hold your spot for you. Go live out your dream."
Absolutely.
You can watch it on Player 54. As Darrington. All right, before the kick, you were talking about Houston and how they simplify things. Stormy, Brandon Silvers, he really knows how to simplify things.
Absolutely, and his offensive coordinator, A.J. Smith, told us that's something that he really loves about his quarterback, because other guys can kind of psych themselves out over complicating the position, and you ask a player why he made a decision on a certain throw, and he'll give you every single detail of the coverage, and Brandon understands the game to that level, but he'll just tell you, well, he was open, so that's why I threw it there.
I love it.
64.
Ball start. Offense. Number 64. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Do officials ever need an ice bath after the game? Ice their arm?
Nice elbow a little bit.
Here we go.
A little flinch there at the left guard spot.
13 penalties for 100 yards on Orlando tonight.
Here you go. Set. Ready? Right set.
Darrington goes down, and another flag.
Grab and twist of a face mask.
He grabbed it.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Yeah. Dean, who'd we get on that? Who'd I get on that? Was it 97?
97.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense, number 97. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play. First down.
So this one actually was on Houston, a personal foul.
Here we go. Hey, twins right, counter left. Twins right, counter left.
Alert shot.
You know, it's easy for fans to potentially get on the officials here tonight.
Yeah.
But they have to make these calls.
Especially the obvious ones.
You know what I mean? 1st and 10, making all kinds of juke moves. Darrington brought down. All that for, again, a 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Don't forget, we got more football coming up right after this one. That also means an opportunity to make some more money. Seattle, San Antonio, they'll be kicking it off coming up next on FX.
Here we go.
That is the 2-minute warning here in Orlando. Houston is in control. We'll be back after this. In the locker room, getting locked in, leads the XFL in receptions and receiving yards. His Seattle Sea Dragons will take on the San Antonio Brahmas. Coming up next, he is part of a trio of receivers. Tom, we saw these receivers in week 1. This offense is fun to watch.
Yeah, the 2 outside guys, Josh Gordon and Blake Jackson, can go. And then underneath player, Ja'Cour Pearson, if you haven't seen him yet, he is electrifying. One of those guys that can take that 4-yard catch and turn it into an 80-yard touchdown.
Ooh, look at that Roughnecks mask. That is something special. 2 minutes to play. Stormy, anything you're noticing in the game coming up after us on FX betting-wise?
Yes, sir. So San Antonio, 4.5-point underdog in that game, and I kind of lean taking the points here. Yes, Seattle, as you guys referenced, one of the most prolific offenses in the XFL. They move the ball better than anyone, and XFL best 383 yards per game. But here's the problem. They're also -7 in turnover margin, the worst by far holding on to the football. Ben DiNucci had to pick in 2 fumbles last week alone. San Antonio, one of the better defenses. I think they can keep it close, guys.
So Stormy's best bet is what now?
Plus 4.5 with San Antonio. That's the way I'm leaning in this one.
There we go. Stormy said it. You got to lock it in.
Good job, Marcus. That's the first time. We're going to wind it up.
She mentioned Ben DiNucci with the interception, the 2 fumbles, and they won. On the, I mean, they won. Hello, Stormy.
Hello. I didn't know the red light was on. That's fun.
What, the red light? What's the red light?
Oh, Oh, the red light that says Stormy, you're on the camera. Didn't see that. Didn't see that.
That's the look.
It is all access, you know.
That's the look Stormy gets you when you question her picks. Just go with it.
Yeah, don't make me give you the evil eye, Tom.
Final minute of play here in Orlando. So we got San Antonio and Seattle coming up next here on FX here to start off week 4. And then tomorrow, we got another doubleheader. Arlington at St. Louis. Tom, that is the home opener for St. Louis. There are over 30,000 fans expected to pack the house in St. Louis. And then Vegas at DC. We know what DC is all about.
Yeah, there's no question. So DC, St. Louis, 2 great home field advantages in the XFL thus far.
Final seconds here in Orlando. That's Darrington up the middle. Wade Phillips. Houston Roughnecks will stay perfect. They move to 4-0, one of the 2 remaining unbeaten teams in the XFL with a 44-16 win over Orlando here to start week 4.
It's a very, very consistent football team. If you watched this team when things weren't going well, about midway through the game, they never flinch. They just maintain that even keel.
What up, big girl? What up? What up? You good?
I love that double forward pass. The first time we've seen it here in the XFL, and Houston, man, they pulled it off to perfection.
They absolutely did. Hey, listen, if they're going to create a rule for some razzle-dazzle, let's find some way to use it.
In the bill all day.
Take a look at the night for starting quarterback for Houston Roughnecks, Brandon Silvers. He was impressive.
He was. Ball out. Very quick, very decisive. Again, very difficult to rush the quarterback in this offense because there's very little hesitation, very decisive. You know, I felt coming into this contest, you know, everybody else on offense in the league had been playing for 3 weeks, and it looked like Houston had been playing for 5, right? They just seemed a lot more of a well-oiled machine offensively, and certainly proved that again tonight.
Houston, 44 points, the most points scored by any team so far in this XFL season. Let's send it down to Stormy.
Brandon, the guys upstairs talking about what a well-oiled machine this offense has been through 4 weeks of the season. What's allowed you guys to have this kind of offensive success, other than just taking what the defense gives you, okay?
Yeah, you know, just coming to work every day, having fun. This is the fun offense to be in. And it's the funnest offense I've been in since Troy. So, you know, just coming together, getting these guys the ball and see what they can do in space.
4 games, 4 wins. How do you guys just continue to elevate your game and keep it rolling?
Yeah, we're just getting better and better every week. You know, it starts at practice. It starts with, you know, that's our first flight. You know, it was fun coming to Orlando. Now we got to go out to, you know, Seattle. So we're just enjoying it. We're enjoying being with each other and winning games.
And it's working. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Harry Douglas, who you got over there?
I got John Trey Kirkland. I nicknamed you Smooth Operator because everything you do is smooth, man. You make the game look so easy. How'd it feel out there tonight?
Today was good. We started out kind of slow. Well, fast but slow. We could do better, but I mean, I made history.
History, yes, you did. And I gotta ask you, you played quarterback, you played wide receiver, you played DB. Playing those other 2 positions, cornerback and quarterback, how has that helped you at the wide receiver position?
It actually slows the game down. Like really on my touchdown pass, I could identify the cover 2 before they even, you know what I'm saying, before the ball was snapped. I see he's sitting at almost 7 yards. He's almost about to turn like square, you know what I'm saying? The safety's off the hash, so I know I'm not about to run my hitch route. I'm about to just go ahead and take it down the sideline. Quarterback set the safeties off and come back to the, you know what I'm saying? We got us a touchdown there.
I love your demeanor, my man. Go have fun with your teammates.
Yes, sir.
Stormy, back to you.
Yeah, and I'm here with offensive coordinator A.J. Smith, who called that double pass play. And you told me this play's 4 years in the making. What's the origin story?
Well, I was a part of that 2020 staff with the Roughnecks. And I remember in 2019, we got caught at a double pass. And prior to that season in the air raid, I was spending a lot of time with Mike Leach, and they're running this shallow screen. And so I said, June, you know, we got to put this in. And then it clicked on me, hey, once he catches it behind the line of scrimmage, he could throw it. And So we put it in and we never ran it, but I thought about it since 2019. So it's been 4 years in the making, and to see it come to fruition tonight is just unbelievable.
And Brandon Silvers came over to the sideline to me and immediately said, "That's the Mike Leach play. That's the Mike Leach play."
It's, you know, just like we're the Mike Leach offense, it's a tribute and honor to him. He is one of the greatest innovators of all time. That may be one of the most innovative plays you'll ever see in football, and it's just an honor to him. And, you know, we have a lot of former players that have played for him, and I had a great relationship with him, and we miss him dearly, and so that was for him tonight.
No question. And we know we saw you up in the booth adjusting the camera up there. How much fun were you having?
Well, you know, I requested to have a ring light to help my blemishes, but, you know, it's all a part of the fun.
You're stunning. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You guys go Roughnecks 9-0. June's next.
Oh, wow. Oh, come on now.
Calling out his old mentor.
Holy smokes. But you know what? You know what, Stormy? He looks stunning.
Looks stunning. Radiant.
Stormy, and how about this offense for Houston? They scored 44 points. The over was 38. How often do you see one team hit the over by themselves?
Oh my goodness, absolutely insane. And I do want to say, so odds makers did make the adjustment, right? Because prior to this, every single game, they were a fewer than 5-point favorite. They said, okay, we're going to raise the number to 8.5, 9. They still go out here with a 28-point win, the largest margin of victory of any game in the XFL this season. They also own the second largest margin of victory, week 1 against the Orlando Guardians, guys. They're doing great things.
All right, I'll just say it. I was way off. Way off. In the open, I said, it's not easy money. Orlando made some changes, but there were tons of flags coming in all over the place. Again, the Houston offense, they were just on fire tonight.
Line of the night, maybe the line of the year so far in the league, John Trey Kirkland.
We broke a record. Got you. He was loving it.
It was great.
That's what the XFL is all
having
about.
so much
These
fun.
These guys love playing football, and they're loving the opportunity to put on the pads and the helmet again and show national audience what they can do. Let's take a look at the game summary. And Houston got out to a hot start. They were up 20-0. Orlando trying to make a game of it. They came back in the end of the second quarter. They scored a touchdown to try to make it a little closer. Orlando had some chances.
Yeah.
They just really couldn't get over that hump.
They actually had plenty of chances to not only be in the game, to win the game. They had that many offensive series, but when you have that many miscues and you have multiple penalties and silly, sloppy penalties, as well as the turnovers, you're just not going to win any football games. And, you know, this isn't rocket science here. And, again, we sometimes overcomplicate this game, but it's about discipline, it's about focus, it's about fundamentals to minimize those types of mistakes. And I get it. No preseason games. That's been the same for everybody, though, right? And so we're now 4 weeks in, and the teams that are playing cleaner football, the teams that are starting to gel on the offensive line, I think with Houston, you know, the quarterback play has been critical for them because they don't put themselves in a position where they're going to take negative plays. Quarterback gets back, the ball's out, you get it to the playmakers, and away you go. And so that's why they seem to be ahead of the heap right now. They've figured out the clean side of the game, and they're very, very efficient.
You know why I'm excited? We got one more game coming up after us. San Antonio is in Seattle for the nightcap. Who do you like in that one?
I like Seattle. And I think Seattle's going to get a good crowd. That first home game they had, right across the street, they had a big NHL matchup. I think that hurt them a little bit on Thursday night when they opened the season at home. But they are a very dangerous offense. I think outside of this Houston offense, they're the offense you got to be most worried about if they can minimize the turnovers. That's what Seattle has to do.
Houston stays undefeated. They put up 44 points, the most points scored by any team so far in a game this XFL season. They win it 44-16. For my partner, Tom Luganbill, I'm John Tripp, Stormy Bonatoni, and Harry Douglas, our entire XFL team. Thanks for joining.